A vast ahoy and good day once again to ye mateys. I be Josh the Pirate, and it brings me a staggering boatload of pleasure to welcome you once again to the Humblewood. Above me, I have me hearty crew, the jaunty Mitch Earnshaw, the jocular AJ Winters, the jovial D-Rab, and the jubilant Rachel Foucar. And behind the scenes today, we have the jocund Serum76. We must also shout out to our judicious artist, Brepi, whose artwork you can see on the screen. We have Jude Littlefoot there right now, and the deck of many who are the minds behind this particular setting. We also have some joyous news, everyone. We have a sponsor for the season, Wootton Forge. They design and manufacture high-quality wooden tabletop products using beautiful Australian and exotic hardwoods. They are local to WA, and they even do custom orders. Check out their incredible work on their website, wootenforge.com, and stay tuned for an amazing giveaway modeled by our gorgeous demonstrator, AJ, for later in this season. So, guys, boys and girls, do you want to do your introductions? Rachel, tell us who you are and where we can find you.
Hello, my name is Rachel Foucar, and you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Rachel Foucar. You can also, I wrote a book, and it's sci-fi and it's good. It's called The Rings of Mars, and you can get it on the internet now, and it would be cool if you did that. I need an ego boost.
What was it? I think I saw a 4.8 review.
Yeah, it's been getting good reviews.
Goodreads, I think it was, gave it 4.8. I'm like, that's pretty fucking good. Like, I'd take 4.8.
Yeah,
like I rarely get 4.8 for anything. Right, Mitch, tell us about yourself.
How you doing, everybody? I'm Mitch Earnshaw, and today I'll be playing Nevermore once more. And you can find me on Twitter in the link that would have just popped up there, which is Mitch_Earnshaw, where I just shitpost and enjoy life, basically. And I'm very happy to be back once more with these wonderful people.
Oh, excellent. Dan, tell us about yourself.
Hi, I'm Dan. I'm playing I don't know where I am today.
Yes.
I'm an elusive creature in the internet space, so you can probably just find me on Roll for Damage's Discord. I lurk there. So lurkers, Parkers at you, and non-lurkers. Hi. Say hi to everyone. That's me. I am so nervous.
And AJ, tell us all the things.
Ooh, well, so when I'm not hand modeling wood board products and wearing bunny pajamas, you can find me on Instagram, where I keep you up to date with all the creative mumbo jumbo that I'm doing, script writing, performing, voice acting, producing, all the things. Or here on Roll for Damage on Thursday nights, where I DM the Academy of Xander.
Oh, excellent. Yes, you do. I'm disappointed that there won't be bunny pajamas on the Instagram, but you said only here is the bunny pajamas.
I can only wear them as Jude.
That's fair.
I can't wear this. This is the only job where I get to just wear fluffy bunny pajamas, Josh, and I'm embracing it.
And well, you should be lucky. You consider yourself lucky that you have it. I do. I am Josh the Pirate. I am the DM for Humblewood, and I hang out quite a lot on Roll for Damage. If you want to find me in other places, you can check out Pupperotica every Fringe, which is an adults-only puppet show where we talk about sex, baby. And yeah, I do other stuff. I generally infest the artistic scene in Perth. Great. Well, I must also remind our discerning, intrepid, and deeply handsome audience to please like, follow, and subscribe all of the things we have, all the things we do, all the socials, and you can catch up on previous episodes you missed on YouTube. Now, we are going to need a recap from somebody. Anyone at all.
I can do the recap.
I mean,
right,
it does seem like a more of a Dan thing than a Jude thing.
Hey, do you hear a ghost? Somebody that doesn't exist right now.
Voice from beyond.
Ooh.
Sure.
Hi. I'm Helvig Dewpoint. You might, I don't know how I got here, but we had a hell of a day. First of all, we successfully escorted Benesaridin to All the Heart, and everything was surprisingly fine. They had to talk, and then they had to do an announcement that was like the bandit coalition's been disbanded now for like the Wildwood Brigade, which was really cool. And apparently they were going to deal with the fires. Also, they like said that they were that we're like important now too, as like the defenders of Alderheart, and gave us like this piece of paper that was worth 400 gold pieces. And we went shopping, and like Nevermore tried to get his eye fixed, and apparently there's something living in it now. And Jude and I had a much more wholesome time and got like a muffin bag for
Muffins!
Yeah. And I also was really stressed out about this piece of paper, so I bought Trish the gloves of thieving.
Gloves of good deeds.
Gloves of
Sushi.
Gloves of good deeds.
Gloves of Steve and massages.
Okay.
And massages. Oh, and then later we found like these two like monk type bird folk, Havel and Tevor, who was like trying to get people to help them, but everyone was dismissing them because apparently that's what the Wildwood Brigade is for, but it's not actually what the Wildwood Brigade is for. And then we got summoned to the big political place that I really don't like. And turns out that there was this creature in the Ash Plains that had survived it. And it was like burrowing through, and like his like people got sucked in, so he didn't really get to see. Also, Tevor and Havel are like super tight. And I don't know, I just hope that both of them survive. Anyway. So we traveled. Apparently, everyone is so busy. So we were like, we can do it. We're the defenders of all the heart now, apparently. So we went and traveled. And then when we got close to the Scorched Grove, there was this cloud of ember bats. And we don't know what was up. So I summoned Pierre, and he flew over, and he was also really into it. Turns out there was like a ball of fireflies, like the ones that my magic usually like does. And then it looked like the bats were like harassing it. So I wanted to help, and I kind of just like ran. But it seemed like a lot, so I didn't want to like fire into it. And we got the idea that maybe we can like face it back. It seemed pretty recent. So we braved the fires with the help of Ever, I think, if I remember right.
Yep.
We saved the fire, and we found one of those like rune things that like made people dance in the fire stance. And I saw through Peter's eyes that like a firefly came out of it. And I thought like maybe we haven't tried touching it. Maybe we're just too scared. Maybe it's just lonely and wants to say hi. So I touched it, and I don't know
Can you
where I
describe
am.
exactly how you touched it as well?
Oh, I
Teabagged it.
coated my hand in fireflies, a mage hand. So I'm like, I'm Firefly too. Maybe, hey, we're friends, we're buddies.
Yep.
And then touched it, and apparently, my silhouette became fireflies, and then I slooped into it.
Yep. And that's where we left it. And I, out of curiosity, Dan or Helvig, what are your expectations for tonight?
Dan's expectations is to sit here in torment, to watch the rest of the party try and figure out what's happening, and I can't help them. And I'm like, oh, please.
Yes.
That's my expectation.
So I do have a couple of corrections from last week, mateys. Firstly, I said that Spike Growth is a Humblewood spell. It is not. I was mixing it up with a spell called Spiny Shield, which is awesome, but no one has. Second, Trish's potions that she bought are not superior potions. She didn't get an amazing deal. They are greater healing potions. And I also want to issue a clarification on the Wand of Web is a slightly nerfed version of the true Wand of Web. And the capacity of Jude's backpack of muffin holding is 6 cubic feet. So it's much smaller than your average bag of holding. It is, however, still a pocket dimension, so don't put it in another pocket dimension. I don't think she understands that, and Eliza certainly didn't tell her. But Nevermore would probably know about those.
I'm well aware. Oh, believe me, I'm well aware.
Well, mateys, may our heads singularly fail to explode and all of your bags of holding contain a pouch for muffins as we venture once more into the Humblewood. So, the moment I've all been waiting for. Helvig. Can I please get a wisdom save from you?
Oh. I had 1 week to brace myself for this.
Oh, wow. Okay, 19. Good.
Say it like that. Say it like that, Josh.
Okay, I'm just going to change the music to something a bit more apocalyptic. No, this is fine. The first thing you feel is falling. All around you is dark. Whether you are blind or it is lightless, you can't tell. After what feels like a very long time, you stop. You can't tell if you've landed or just ceased to move, as you lack any reference points. Slowly, you begin to feel pleasantly warm, as if a nice summer breeze has swept across your face, laden with the scent of hyacinth and honeysuckle. You first feel and then see the soft grass beneath your feet, and seemingly in a wave radiating out from you, the world becomes first into blurry and then clear focus. You are in a forest. It is not very dense. You can see about 30 feet in any direction. We don't need the combat map right now, Serum, I'm afraid. We are not there. There are sounds of wildlife in the air and on the ground. You feel rejuvenated just being here. It's quite pleasant. What do you do?
Okay, so is it like 30 feet from me is like right forest, but then beyond that is just more darkness?
No. You appear to be, to all intents and purposes, in every direction, all you can see is forest. The visibility is about 300 feet. The trees are quite, like they're not dense, so you can see quite a long way. But it's really nice. It seems to be early morning.
Nice. Early morning. Yeah. Oh my god.
It's a bit of mist in
guys,
the air.
I call out to everyone else.
If you have a look around yourself, you do not see anybody.
I also don't see the fire trail.
No, there is unless you specifically look really hard for it.
No, I quickly glance around. I'm getting my bearings. I pinch myself. Am I dreaming?
No, you are. Well, you feel pinched.
Oh no. I tried summon Pier.
Its Pier does not appear.
Pier. Oh, I cast.
But you get the feeling that he's like saying, "Not now."
Okay. I got put on hold by my familiar, but that's fine. That's okay.
It's not that you don't have no connection with him. It's more just like he's left the phone on the table and gone to make some lunch.
Oh well, it happens. Maybe he's trying to explain to everyone that I'm safe. I hope he does that.
Yeah.
I cast light, does my magic work as it does here? Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
In fact, it is. What are you intending to do? What is the effect you are intending to achieve with light?
I just want to test that everything is fine and I'm not like in a weird, like alternate dimension where the physics is different.
So you create a ball of light?
Yeah, I just create a ball of light in front of me.
If you were intending to create a 6-inch ball of softly glowing light, the ball that you create is about 2 feet wide and significantly bright, like difficult to look at. It's so bright.
Stop.
And it clicks out again. It's still very much under your control. It just seems quite overpowered. Like you feel recharged and any spell slots you have expended are rejuvenated. You also back to full health if you'd lost any health.
Oh my god. Okay. I just. Well, I'm gonna pick something up, like a rock, cast light on it, and then just, without really intending for any intensity, or actually try and make it as small as possible so it doesn't blind me.
Yep.
And then
I'm just
gonna throw it up.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe I'll randomly pick a direction by throwing it.
Yep. Roll me an athletics check. I presume you're trying to peg it as far as you possibly can.
Not really. It's more like instead of rolling the dice, I'm just letting maybe the magic will go. I'll go this way, or that's his thinking anyway.
Sure.
So
all right. Yep. Don't worry about it then. It glows probably a little brighter than you intend, but it is still sort of significantly lesser intensity. And you throw it, and it flies in the direction you deliberately threw it. Maximum range about 12 feet, and doesn't appear to bounce off anything or just lands there in a clump of grass.
Oh God, I'm lost. Oh.
When it lands, a couple of little fireflies come out of it and then go back into the magic. Like your magic.
I walk over and pick it up again, and I'm like, just come back, everyone. I can see perfectly fine because it's early morning.
Yep.
Oh, I just go in the direction of the sun this time.
Sure. You walk in the direction of the sun. How far do you walk?
Until the landscape changes, that's not a forest.
Yeah, you continue walking for maybe 5 minutes or so, until you come to a picturesque little cottage. Quite a bit on, you sort of, it appears in the distance. Doesn't just sort of bing, you see it in the distance and you slowly approach it. Its walls are wattle and daub, and sort of a soft off-white. Clearly it is sort of a light mixture of mud and other stuff over a woven structure. And the roof is thatch. There is a chimney, and there is smoke coming out of the chimney. And the garden is full of roses and peonies. Your typical white picket fence job, couple of trees over it. Gorgeous, like the sort of thing you imagine a Roald Dahl character living in.
I'm looking. I am looking weird. Oh, no.
Helvig, can I get a wisdom save, please?
Oh, God.
Ah, interesting.
My thingy, my stick.
Very well.
I don't like where this is happening.
And plus 2 to that. Yeah, okay. Sure. Okay. Very, very suddenly, the entire world switches. And it, all of a sudden, everything, it's still exactly the same, but it's now badly, badly burnt. The grass has been turned to cinders. The trees are reduced to just burnt down stumps. The cottage that you just found is now a blasted ruin. You can hear roars in the distance of creatures that you cannot see, but they all seem to have a very deep, fiery voice and aspect to them. The ground underneath your feet is cracked and horrible. The heat is really quite intense. You do not feel burnt by it, but it is very, very hot here. You can see in the cottage there is the skeletal remains of a hedge in a rocking chair, and the rocking chair is also badly burnt. But there is a former hedgehog person who was in the cottage. They are now gone. And just as quickly as the image came to you, it ceases. It snaps back, and the cottage is gone, but everything else is just the way it was. The cottage just sort of disappears, it's vanished. But everything else is just the way it was, and you're back in a very pleasant little forest. I'll just let you ponder that one for a minute, and we will cut to the others. Ladies and gents, Helvig has just disappeared very briefly.
Oh God.
And you are now in the middle of a burning forest, a grove of trees that are actively on fire. Helvig has just disappeared into a puff of fireflies, and you're in the middle of a forest fire being held at bay by a barely trained tender who, and let's be fair to him, is about to shit his britches, who said quite specifically just before Silver the Hedgehog disappeared that he couldn't keep it up for much longer, and you are looking at a recently activated rune on the ground. What do you do?
Do we touch it? What do we do? Do we touch it? Do we go? Quick.
Jude immediately touches the rune.
Jude, roll me a Arcana check, please.
Okay.
Did you do it? Wow, that's up. Nothing appears to happen, Jude.
No.
Out of the frying pan and into the fire. I'll touch it.
Yeah, same deal. I if you can beat a 19, go for it. But or a 17.
No.
Yeah. No, I'm afraid not. No, nothing appears to happen. Nevermore, make a straight intelligence check. Yeah. You are not replicating the circumstances.
I don't have that spell.
Jude would like to cast command on the rune.
Sure. Love this. Love where this is going. Yeah. Rachel, do you have anything to add? Just because you two have had an action and Rachel hasn't yet, do you have anything to add to this situation?
No, this is magic. This is not my area. I don't know what's happening.
Okay, Jude, you cast command on the rune. What does command do, and what are you intending it to achieve?
I can speak a one-word command, and I say open, like it's a door. And I'm slamming against it to try and get to Helvig.
So there is normally this is a save that the thing makes against you, isn't it? Your spell save DC. However, this is make a persuasion check with advantage because you're using the spell, and it's technically speaking not a sentient thing, so it can't really make a wisdom save against you.
21.
21. Yeah. So what happens is the rune pulses with a different kind of fire. This is not the firefly fire that Helvig did. However, it does emit a ball of glowing light, about the size of a basketball. very, very bright. It looks like a miniature sun. It gives off heat, but not enough to actually injure you. And the ball just sort of, it pops up, it floats about 2 feet off the ground. And yeah, it sort of sits there, floats there.
I dive into it thinking that it's what Helvig did.
All right, make a, make a acrobatics or athletics, whichever you're better at.
Okay.
Yeah, you dive straight at it and you bounce off it, taking 5 fire damage.
Okay.
Because it's on fire. It is a ball of fire floating there. It doesn't appear to react, however.
I am going to take Trish's hand. I'm going to grab Jude, and I'm going to say to Tevor, get yourself to safety. I'm going to cast Prestidigitation on my hand to create the firefly effect that I saw Helvig doing, and just kind of like hope that it might work. And I'll touch again with my hand, the same hand that I'm holding with Trish, but I'll be holding Jude with my other hand, right? So both Trish and my hand touch with this wreath around it, and I'm holding Jude's other hand.
So they are illusionary fireflies?
Yes, correct.
Right. Yeah, make an Arcana check.
All right. Give it a crack. Oh, 15.
No, I'm afraid not. It's yeah. You for
All right,
the same reason.
We have to get out.
I really wanted that to work. There is a way to do this, but you're not doing it right, I'm afraid.
Yeah. We have to get out. And I'm going to begin following Tevor.
Can I have an anxiety? If you wouldn't mind rolling me a D10 in chat, please, which is ! roll, then a space 1d10. Yes, I think
Space 10.
Space 10.
Just 10.
To determine something that may happen. Because the fireflies actually would have an effect. Oh, 10. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. So you're initially, when you slam your hand down, the fireflies don't do anything, Nevermore. However, when you... Oh my God, this is so much worse. Yes, I love this. The ball that Jude summoned appears to watch and definitely seems to be interested in the fireflies and drops down onto your hand to try and absorb them, you feel, maybe? And then all of you, except Tevor, disappear into blackness. You appear in a darkened space. You feel like you're falling. It's hard to say, but you have no frame of reference. You are holding each other's hands. You are the only points of reference for each other. Tevor sees you all disappear into a cloud of, actually not fireflies. This would be, your outlines would be fire. And then down into the rune as well. And the ball disappears with you, interestingly enough. It is not, however, in the space with you when you are falling.
I'm going to take just the slightest breath just to see if there's oxygen, or if there's air that I can breathe, or whether or not I'm in some sort of
Yep, there's
void.
Air. Yeah,
there's air.
Yeah, there is air.
You can breathe.
All right, let me just go back and find that description again.
Are we still falling?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, it's hard to say if you're falling. You can't really tell, but you don't feel like you do feel like you're moving, but there's no. It's more like vertigo. but there is no wind rushing past you. There is no, like, your clothes aren't whipping up in the jet stream. You do feel like you are moving. Interestingly, Jude, you feel like you're moving up, like you're falling head first. Rachel, you feel like you're falling sideways. And Nevermore, you feel like your claws are down for you. You all feel like you're falling in different directions. However, you are all holding hands and not moving in any different directions from each other. You fall like this for some time. I'm just going to cut back to Helvig. Let's find that lovely music from before. Where are we? There we are. Yeah, Helvig, you are standing once again in a lovely soft meadow. The house that was before you now is gone, as are all the trees and flowers. As are all the garden and the white picket fence and the peonies and the roses. But the 2 trees that were around it are still there. You can just see them fully now. Yeah, and you probably feel slightly unsettled from the blasted hellscape that you just saw, but it was for it felt like a very long time, but it was probably 5 seconds. And then it just sort of snapped back.
I kind of sit. I just like squat down from the, I don't know, shock of it. I look around. Am I going in circles?
Behind you, from the direction you walked in, you see a small hill, maybe 100 feet away. You did not go over a small hill. Not particularly large. You would say it's more of a hillock. It's like be 10 feet up to the crest of it.
Oh.
Barely obscures your vision, but you definitely didn't go over it to get here. And there are no trees on it. Is not barren, but it doesn't appear to be. It doesn't have any anything major growing on it. It's also noteworthy that you can hear animals, and you can hear birds and insects. You have yet to see any.
That's what I was going to ask.
I
just call out to, maybe I hear them. Maybe they're around and they're just shy. So I'm like, hey. Any friendly ones? I'm not scary, I swear.
There is a bush near you, about 10 feet away. It didn't sneak up on you. It's always been there. It's just a bush. And from it emerge a couple of fireflies. Tentatively, like, yes?
Oh.
What?
Hello. Is it just you guys here?
The response is confusion. They don't really know what it is that you are saying.
Like, let's see if I have do I know minor?
Sorry, they understand what you're saying. Oh, sorry, I apologize. They understand what you're saying, but they're not sure what you mean.
Oh, like, are they just not you? Like, fireflies? Are they like, I do minor illusion, like, are there like other caterpillars and other these things, flies or bats or?
They go, there are other creatures here. Again, this isn't, they don't say, yes, there are other creatures here. Of course,
yeah. That's the vibe.
But you get the vibe that there are plenty of other creatures here. And one of them indicates the nearest one is in the direction of the hillock.
Oh, okay. Are you okay?
Yeah, they're fine. You get the general impression that they love it here.
Oh. Okay.
It's also noteworthy that, your fireflies are mildly, like, actually on fire. And they were in a bush that did not appear to be in any way burnt.
Oh. Do you guys want to come with? I'm like, kind of prepare an Eldritch Blast, I guess.
They both just sort of leap into you.
Oh. that tickles a bit.
Into your chest. Like they just go and just sort of get sucked in.
Oh.
We soft cap.
I did this.
His tummy.
I never really thought about the fireflies doing that before, but I guess it's all right. I go to.
They do that. Yours do that all the time. So you go to the hill.
Yeah, but I haven't thought of that being like, that being weird. Them being like outside first.
But actually,
like,
come to think of it, that is really weird. Cool.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So, oh wow. Yeah. You, as you get closer to the hillock, can I get a perception check, please? This will determine how close you get when you notice the things that's going to happen. It's not necessarily a bad thing.
3.
You get real close.
Yes.
You get real close. Yeah, you get to about 10 feet from it before you notice that it's breathing. Its form starts to shift, seeming to uncurl a little bit.
Stay still.
A diaphanous wing, sort of. So you've got this sort of hillock, and then this like a giant wing sort of comes up from the top of it, and clods of earth and dirt fall off it. And
nope.
The wing itself is like a dragonfly's. And it do you do anything?
Not bad. Isn't necessarily a bad thing.
And then a head uncoils from around the side. It's a long neck. It's all sort of been curled in around itself with its back to you. And so everything that's coming out now is sort of uncurling and unfurling. And it's got a distinctly draconic appearance in shape. Do you do anything?
I keep my... Now that it's seen me, fuck. Has it seen me?
It hasn't seen you yet. Its back is to you. Its head's on the swivels, though, so you have like 2 seconds to react if you want to try to hide from it. You are 10 feet away from it.
Do I just pretend to be a spiky bush?
You do that. It tilts. It turns its head, and you hear it uncurl. You close your eyes. You can't look.
I'm trying to peek outside my spiky bush.
You do that, and it turns its head, and it says, "Here." It is an enormous version of your familiar. Size class huge.
Oh God.
It is
Here?
Pia. If Pia was a dragon.
Yeah. Pia? Is that you?
Yeah. He says, "Pia." And it still makes that very high-pitched "Pia." But it's now enormous. And you hear in your head the word home.
Oh. Is this where you go when you're like not there? Right?
Here.
Okay. How do I get back?
At this, I'm just gonna. That's one more harrowing experience for you. I am now going to cut to the others. Your fall is coming to an end. You're holding hands, and suddenly you feel like it's instantaneous. The falling sensation stops, and you can feel underneath your feet, claws, paws, dirt, sort of burnt dirt. The occasional badly charred twig. You can't see anything. It's still in darkness, and it is the sounds of the world coming first. And your perception expands out in a globe, in a sphere away from yourself. And you can see a blasted hellscape. In the deep distance, there is a volcano rising up above a twisted and blackened forest. The ground is charred and burnt. There is the occasional skeletal remains of a decent-sized creature, mostly herd animals, deer and the like. And the occasional sort of actual fire is still burning here and there around you. You can't see any living creatures, but you can hear stuff in the distance. What do you do?
Please don't shout out right now. Don't shout out for Helvig. Let's just assess the situation. I'm going to scan the landscape. Am I at all familiar with this place? Does it look anything like where we left, but in a different time frame? Does it look like something from lore that I know of, like
roll
some sort of different plane?
History or Arcana, whichever is better.
They are both the same. I'll roll history this time.
Okay.
16.
This could easily be another part of the Scorched Grove. However, you're not aware of a volcano, except at the very center of the Scorched Grove. Something approaching a volcano is there. The other alternatives do occur to you. Several, you are aware of other planes of existence. Broadly, you're not a specialist on the subject, but like the other two probably wouldn't be at all. Jude is tangentially aware that the gods live somewhere else, but beyond that, they don't really know anything. But Nevermore is studied enough to know that there are other places. Several of the hells could be described like this quite easily, or one of the elemental planes. There's a couple of elemental planes that could easily be like this: the plane of lava, the plane of fire.
But the volcano kind of rings true in my mind as possibly the potential that I'm hoping for most of all.
Is that you're on the same plane of existence?
Yeah. Scan the ground and see if you can see Helvig's footprints. Looking around.
Anybody who's good at survival checks.
Survival.
Could I do investigation?
Yes, you would find different things, but yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna look surround.
18.
Mm-hmm. Jude and Trish find nothing. You are probably a little bit overcome by the whole. You're in a different place, and it's very much a different place. It's definitely worse. Also, can I get everybody to make constitution checks, please? Nevermore, you do see some footprints heading off in the distance. They, you would guess. What's interesting is they're definitely not Helvig's footprints. They look to be those of a much larger creature than Helvig. The footprints are easily a foot across. And too long, and it's more like a bird's footprints, but claws. Like, could be a bird's, could be a very, very large bird's, could be something else.
Okay.
Helvig.
Cons. Okay, Trish and Jude, you take 2 fire damage. This place is super hot. Being here for an extended period of time is going to be unpleasant for you. Deeply unpleasant for you.
Do I take less damage if I drink my potion of fire resistance?
You would take half of it.
We got a raid.
Hey! We are being raided. Nerds of the West, welcome. How was your stream, Reese? How did you go? Did you defeat the scary vampire lady? That looked fun. Pew 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 pew. For our friends in chat. Lovely to see you here. We're currently hanging out on maybe another plane of existence. Who knows? Certainly not these guys. It's a lot of stuff. It's mostly on fire, and Helvig's having a chat in a nice wooded glade with a good friend of his. Who's just a little bit bigger than normal. You both are really struggling with the fire. Nevermore, this time you find you're okay. You're not too bad. It is very, very hot, but your feathers are insulating you quite well.
Okay. So let's assess the situation. We are somewhere else other than where we were. That volcano there makes me think that we might be potentially deep within the Scorched Grove. I do believe there's a volcano deep within the Scorched Grove. So
it's noteworthy that the footprints go directly towards it.
And I would like to point out as well that is the best case scenario right now. We could be in hell. Thanks, Helvig. If you can hear me, Helvig, you bastard.
Nevermore.
Yes, Jude.
What is a volcano?
That large mountain over there spewing fire and smoke out the top of it.
Oh.
Yes.
Why?
I'll point down on the ground. See those? They're very large footprints, and they're heading towards the volcano. Let's not go towards the volcano. I'm gonna turn around and peer the opposite direction. Like, is there any sort of like landmark that we can head towards other than the volcano? Am I getting any sort of like north, south, east, west?
No points of reference that you could see. There doesn't appear to be a sun in the sky or anything like that. The sky is ash and clouds. The volcano is pumping them out. Yeah, you can't make out any particular landmarks. The ground does gently undulate, but it's pretty flat, leading towards the volcano. There are mountains in the distance, but none very close. Jude, you don't really see anything beyond what I'm describing already. The burnt forest seems to continue. You do, Trish, if you want to make a perception check as well.
Why not?
We've
got nothing better to do than look around in horror.
It doesn't seem that any of the creatures that you can hear are getting any closer. Trish, you notice that now that Nevermore has pointed out the giant footprints, you notice that the footprints that it's taking are very close together.
That's strange.
Like it was tiptoeing? Or it had very short legs?
What if it has 4 legs? Boom, 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 boom. Like music.
Noting that everybody seems to be struggling with the heat, I'm just going to intermittently cast Frostbite from time to time.
Sure.
It's supposed to be at a target, so I'll kind of like target the ground. I don't want to target someone just in case it actually injures them.
Yeah.
But I just want to kind of
make an Arcana check for this.
Okay.
Jude would like to lie down next to
it would work.
footprint.
That'd work? Okay.
Yeah, that would work. Yes, Jude. Lie
Jude
down next to the footprint.
Yeah, and then giggle at how close it is to her size.
Yeah, it is. In fact, if you lay down in it, you could use it as half cover.
Very productive, Jude. Thank you.
Jude, the ground is extremely hot.
It's very warm.
Yes.
I noticed that, yeah.
Can I get another Constitution save, please? Everybody would have advantage given what Nevermore just got with his Arcana check.
Okay.
Yeah, this is fine. Jude is apparently very much of that opinion, Newton Scan.
This is just like my bed back home in the fireplace.
Yeah. Nevermore, interestingly, you're the one who takes the damage this time. Four points of fire damage, I'm afraid, my friend.
I'm going to die.
But that ice you're doing certainly is helping.
I'd like to pour a water skin on a bit of torn fabric from my robe and put it over my mouth or my beak or my snout or whatever, kind of wrap it around the top just to try and give me something to fight that off.
You do that. Are you going to just hang out there or are you going to make any tracks at all?
There's only one way to go, isn't there? Trish, what do you think?
Yeah, we can't stay here long. We've got to find Helvig and get the hell out of here.
Can I get an intelligence check from Trish, please?
Oh, okay.
It's probably something that may have already occurred to you, but I just want to see whether or not I can actively tell you that it occurs to you. Yeah. It does occur to you that maybe whatever made those giant footprints, given that you teleported, you assumed to the same place Helvig did. Whatever made those giant footprints is the only thing around here that made any footprints at all, and Helvig's not here anymore. 2 and 2 making 4. That thing may have taken Helvig.
Oh. Okay, I think we need to follow those footprints because I don't see Helvig's footprints, and either he followed it or it got him, in which case we need to kill it. I think that's the way we gotta go.
Okay, let's do it. Try to keep up a little bit of speed. I'm gonna cast Mage Armor on myself. I probably should have done that ages ago, but whatever.
Yeah. It doesn't make any difference to the heat, but yes, you now have Mage Armor on you. Cool, you do that.
Nevermore.
Yeah.
The potion that I bought, the fire resistance one, how long does it last?
Oh my God, Jude, I love you. How long does it last? An hour? Drink it, Jude. Drink it now.
Okay.
Jude next it. Cool, you do that. All right. Yeah, so you follow those footprints.
Yes.
And I'm going to cut back to Helvig. Helvig, you are standing in a nice wooden glade.
This is great.
Chatting with your friend Pierre. And Pierre is, he seems glad to see you as well. He's like, sorry, I couldn't come before, I was napping.
That's okay, it happens.
Like, he doesn't say that, you get that impression. He says, Pierre, and it's got an apologetic tone to it.
It's fine. So if this is your home, how do we get out?
He says, he says, Pierre, and the word he responds with is why, as in like, why would you want to leave? It's so nice here. And he spreads both his wings very wide and sort of stretches, arcs his back much like a cat, except that he's 20 feet tall at the shoulder, and just has a good old scratch and scratches the ground. And where he scratches, fireflies come out of the dirt, but sink immediately either back into the dirt or into him.
Oh God, it's the firefly dimension. Well, like, everyone else would be worried about me, and the whole problem with the Scorched Grove isn't gonna be fixed from here, right? Unless we can.
Yeah.
Like, there's that thing that was like into the ground, apparently, right? Says Tevor, so.
Pierre goes, Pierre. And he goes, what he means is, oh, that.
Yeah.
And you get the distinct impression that he's like pretty dismissive of it. Like he's like, oh, that guy, don't worry about that guy. He won't hurt you.
But it's hurting other people, other humble folk.
Pierre. And I guess, like, he would do that.
Do you know why? Is he just mad? Is he a friend of yours? Do you hang out with him?
Pierre. Pierre shakes his head like, no, ew, no, gross. That guy's an ass. Why does he attack people? I don't know. It's just what he does. Doesn't have any friends. Maybe he's lonely.
I kind of get that, but it's still hurting people.
Can I have a wisdom save, please, Helvig? Just keep them on standby.
Just be ready to make a wisdom save at any point in time. Okay.
Oh, good. Good. Yeah. Yeah. The world flickers again, and you're back in that blasted hellscape. And Pierre is still standing in front of you. Well, I say Pierre standing in front of you. There is a flaming dragon spirit, its body made of darkened plates of obsidian rock shifting endlessly over a molten core, fiercely illuminated from within. Its demeanor, however, does not change. And it looks at you as you go, and it goes, Pierre. And then Pierre looks around like, what are you looking at? And then it stops. And goes back to that pleasant forest before.
I rub my
It just
eyes.
snaps back, and he's in front of you again. He's little giant dragonfly boy.
I think I'm losing it.
Pierre, are you all right?
I guess. I think I'm fine. I'm just seeing, like, fire and death sometimes.
I'm just going to cut to the other guys. You guys have been traveling for about 5 minutes. Can I get perception checks from all three of you and constitution saves, please? Oh, good.
With advantage, I'm assuming, again, for Constitution?
Yes, it would still have advantage. Don't worry. She's going to take some, but not lots.
Yes,
oh,
Jude.
good. Yeah, you guys are good. Trish, on the other hand, not so great. Perception 14's pretty good. 20 is excellent.
Perception?
Yes, please.
22.
Oh, Jude and Trish, you can easily see about 150, 200 feet ahead. You know how I said before that there is no that you can't see or hear any. You can hear, but you can't see any angry, fiery creatures in this place. You can see one now. There is a giant creature ahead of you. Its head is above most of the blackened tree stumps. Its back is to you. It appears to be sort of this molten mountain of rock. Off its back seems to be sprouting almost two smokestacks. They are in roughly the shape of wings, but they are just clouds of ash and smoke. The occasional firefly leaping out of them. The pinions are made of black smoke. Made of black rock. But the webbing in between is just smoky blackness. It's arched. The neck is arched, and its head is looking down at something that appears to be in its clutches. It's about 200 feet away, and you can easily point it out to Nevermore, who would have seen it no fewer than a dozen seconds later.
Oh my god.
Trish, it would not be too much of a leap of logic for that to be the thing that made the footprints.
Okay, I'm probably going to regret this suggestion, but I think I should sneak up and see if Helvig is there.
Oh yes, let's do that, Trish. Good call.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Someone took damage as well. Trish.
That would be me.
Yeah, you took 6 points of fire damage, I'm afraid.
Ouch, Josh! What the hell?
Yeah, sorry.
6 points? Fine.
I mean, I'm not
fine.
sorry.
Okay. You guys stay here. I'm just gonna sneak ahead and see what I can see. I'll be right back.
I would like to cast Bless on you before we go.
You do that.
I just kiss her on the forehead.
I don't have anything to help you. Stay safe, Trish.
Just keep track of your spell slots, guys, because you go good. This is excellent. You're doing super well. Well done. I didn't think you'd get in here. Yeah, Trish, can I get a stealth roll with your
Yes,
massive
you can.
+7 to stealth?
Oh, no! Dice! I've got dice! I'm using a bonus. Do I have... What's that bonus?
You can use a +6, a +d6 if you want.
Okay.
You got a d6.
Fucking, yep, I'm doing it. I'm doing that.
You also have
God.
a helping hand.
Do have a helping hand. I wouldn't worry about it.
12.
A 12? Yeah, look, it's not awful. So I'll make a check. I'll make a check from this giant creature. Oh, a crit failed.
Oh, yes!
Yeah, wow, that's lucky. Cool. So yeah, you sneak up on it. You sneak up on it super good.
yeah.
I need another con save though, because you're now a ways away from Nevermore, and you're taking this a little slow.
Oh, I bet you
yes.
do. Okay.
Oh.
Ah!
God.
Okay, good.
Fine.
Good.
I bought those potions. I'm glad I bought
no.
those potions.
That's 8. That's max.
Bro, you're killing me, Josh.
I literally am. In fairness, it's the elemental plane that you're on is doing the job. So you do that. You sneak up on it. As you do, you creep around it?
Yeah, I creep around to see what it's looking at.
Sure, you do that. It's looking at Helvig. He's standing there talking to it.
Okay.
His demeanor is pretty chill. Helvig, can you make me a perception check, please?
Oh God, let me see my friend.
Nope. Oh, amazing.
No.
That's a crit fail and a crit success. That's amazing. It should have been around the other way. It's a shame. All right. Yeah, you do not see Trish. You're just standing there talking to your boy. I'm not going to change the music. Three of you are experiencing one thing, and Helvig is experiencing a totally different reality. The reality he's experiencing is nice and forested. It's quite cool, and he's really enjoying being there, chatting with his big old buddy Pia. You do, however, Trish, hear the dragon, the enormous dragon, that you feel the heat radiating off. It doesn't make it any worse because you presumably don't get into its aura of effect. But you hear it go, Pia.
Ooh, okay.
As it answers one of Helvig's questions. Helvig, what are you saying to Pia now? Like, this is straight at the end of that conversation you just had.
Wait, the last topic was the friendship of the random burrowing thing.
He doesn't think very much of the random burrowing creature. Doesn't like it very much. He thinks it's a bit of a loner.
Oh. Are there other stuff like that over here?
Oh, Pia! Lots.
Well, how did that guy get over there then?
Pia. The same way you got here.
Oh, the rune thing?
Pia. Yes.
Okay. So I have to find one of those to get out again.
Here? Yep. If you want. I mean, why would you want to leave? It's awesome here.
Well, I don't know if there's much food here for me.
And Pia goes, true, I guess. Helvig, can I get a wisdom save, please?
7.
Excellent. Yeah, there it is. The world blinks out again, and you are in a blasted hellscape, looking up at a monstrous lava dragon. And he looks around himself and says, "Beer, you don't eat ash, do you?"
Wait, that's what he says?
Yeah. And then he appears to have an idea. He's like, "Beer," and holds up a claw. This monstrous thing is about 5 foot across. You could easily sit in it. From it emerges a half dozen fireflies, and then it just lunges them to claw towards you. And Trish, you see all of this, and the fireflies leap out of his claw and into your chest, and you feel like you don't need to eat today. You're full now. He's like, "There you go. Here.
Wow.
I'm just here to help you out, buddy."
Am I still seeing Hellscape though?
Yeah. The hellscape is not disappearing this time. Trish, Nevermore. Jude, what do you do?
You?
Trish, you are in this scene now if you want to be.
Okay. First thing I'm gonna do is chug one of my health potions.
Noted.
So glad I bought those now.
Yeah, valid choice. Is those 44 plus 4, I think?
Yes, they are. All right. How
Knock
much?
it back. Roll me 44.
Okay. 12.
That's pretty
plus
good.
4.
12 plus 4, 16. Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Okay.
Um,
Back to 37. Excellent. That's what we like. Okay. Can I get to a point where I'm in Helvig's eye line, but not the dragon's?
Easily.
Cool. I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna do this.
Helvig, you see Trish making the signal. You remember what the signal is? You see Trish.
I pinched myself.
Yeah. She appears to be very badly burnt, but you do not appear to be dreaming. She's holding an empty potion jar. You feel like if this was a dream, she probably wouldn't be holding an empty jar. Like it's just a weird thing for a dream Trish to do.
Why would Trish in my dream hold an empty potion jar?
And Pierre, do you say that out loud?
No.
Okay.
Here. Aren't there supposed to be trees?
Pierre goes, oh, Pierre, do you want there to be trees?
Ooh, I don't like that
This is
question.
actually real? Or I was just saying the name all the time?
Pierre goes,
That's it, he trails off.
Pierre, no, it's okay, buddy, I got this. And all of a sudden, for you and Trish, there is now a pleasant forest. You're back where you were. There's actually a cottage behind you now. And Trish, you can see a cottage now.
Does she stop taking fire damage?
Nevermore and Jude, can I get
die,
con
Jude.
saves? Can I get con saves, please?
Jude quaffed that potion if that helped. For
Yeah.
Jude, anyway.
Jude will now take half damage from any fire damage she takes. But you do still need to make them con saves. That's a good one. Nevermore. Yeah, you get the handkerchief and the fire resistance potion. Oh, someone gave me a wild card. Amazing. That's awesome.
What?
That's so great.
Wait, did somebody
Thank
do it?
you. I'm not sure who. I didn't see, but yeah, that's awesome. Thank you. A wild card, stream elements. Oh, Serum gave it.
No,
to me.
that's just
No,
a
no,
pop-up.
that's
just an alert.
Somebody did that.
Somebody dropped $40 and gave me a wild card. That is sick. Thank you so much.
At this point in time.
Was it
Oh,
Master
wow.
Steve?
No.
Oh
Yeah,
wow! I
such-
see. It actually happened. Oh god.
We not suffered enough.
Such a bloody legend. So great. Okay. Yeah. So you both are fine. You aren't burnt at all. However, the world is still very much on fire. Yeah. And you can now see Trish, and Trish appears to be hiding behind one of the legs of this dragon creature, going.
I think we should maybe go forward, Jude. What do you think?
Go for it. Okay.
I'm gonna very quickly reach into my bag, and I'm gonna wipe a little bit of alcohol across my beak, and I'm gonna cast False Life on myself.
Noted.
At level 2.
Yeah. Wow.
I do the same, but with muffin icing.
Cool. So I get 10. I get 10 temporary hit points.
Dude. Who?
What do I have there?
Serum. Who was it who actually gifted me the wild card?
It's anonymous.
There's
It's
anonymous.
Never mind. In which case, Tree. Can I get you, please, sir or madam, to roll me 1d4 in chat?
Or Omi.
Omi, yeah. Yeah, if you could roll me 1d4 in chat, roll space 1.
Exclamation
No,
point
just
roll
D4.
space 4.
Thank you. Boom.
Yeah.
Thank you, Anonymous. That was awesome. That's the one. Jude
No,
will
but
get
with
this
a-
many hit points back.
And it needs an exclamation point in front of it. Exclamation point roll space
There you
4.
go. Yeah.
For what
Roll space
reason?
4. For the icing, because it was adorable and I loved it. So you will gain 1d4 temporary hit points from doing
Nice.
it. So whatever Omi rolls. I will proceed. You continue.
Yeah.
There we go. There it is. Yeah, you get 2 temporary hit points, Jude. Because that was a really sweet idea.
Yay.
And Nevermore, you get 10 because you used a natural spell.
That's wonderful.
And
you do that. And warp haste.
Slowly forward, Jude, slowly.
You do that. Stealthy?
If we can.
Yeah,
Okay.
stealth. Feel
Yeah.
free to stealth. Jude is at disadvantage because of the
Stealthy.
heavy armor, but
I put a bless on myself.
Oh,
can you maintain more than one bless simultaneously?
Good
Because you
question.
blessed Trish.
No, I will keep
No.
it with Trish.
Yeah. Like Nevermore just aced his stealth, so you're going to have to do pretty bad because I do them as cumulative.
Well, I can bless up to 3 creatures within my range. So when
Then
I
you
was-
would have blessed yourself,
I would
Trish,
have
and
blessed
Nevermore.
the 3 of us. Yeah.
Fine. You have blessed then.
Yeah.
If you fuck this up really badly.
Yeah.
Okay.
A stealth check, please.
Yes.
But you're not going to do that, are you?
No. I'm gonna roll
bless only
again for
applies to
Pia.
attacks and saving throws, though. I think
No, I think
Hey,
that's pretty good.
yeah, that's pretty awesome, Jude. That'll
mouse.
do.
stealthy mouse.
Jude is stealthy. Okay, again, the dragon appears to completely not notice you guys. You sneak up
For now.
to Trish. I'm going to cut back to Trish and Helvig. It takes you a couple of minutes to sneak over there. And I'll say your con saves are good enough for the meow. But you will make another one when you get there. Trish, you're now at a pleasant meadow. With the dragon, however, is still the fire dragon. It's not the pleasant looking Pia anymore.
For me as well.
Yes. Trish,
Oh,
it's not hot here.
Great. That's nice. I still don't want the dragon to hear me, so I'm like to Helvig, come on, let's get the fuck out of here.
Helvig, what do you do?
here.
Pia?
What would you say if other people were here in this, like, world? Like, do you think my friends can come?
Pia? As in, yeah, they probably could, but I don't think most of them would survive very long here. They look quite tasty.
Oh,
Like Pia, like I wouldn't eat them, but other people might. Like other things that live here.
oh, and do you feel like there are other things that are really, really close right now that's not us? That's like your friends or whatever. Friends, I say.
Pia goes, Pia. Pia is like, nah, I'd know.
Okay.
I got this. Like, you get the impression Pia is one of the big dicks around here.
Damn, Pierre. Pierre's like running this place.
I got you, bro.
Thanks, Pierre. Well, they've arrived. Well, Trish has arrived and point Trish out to Pierre.
Pia, so this dragon head, you hadn't gotten a look at the head yet. Its eyes are just empty sockets with fire burning in them, like a fireplace.
It's okay. It's Pierre. As I wave back.
And it says, Pia? Like,
Hi,
the hell
Pia.
are you doing here? You hear in your head, Helvig, Trish does not.
He's asking why you here. Why are you here?
We were looking for Helvig. He vanished.
Yeah, it's like,
That's
oh yeah,
fair.
he did do that. That was
That's
clever
fair.
of him.
See, I told you they were gonna be worried. I didn't think they'd come here though. I was gonna come back. Try to. I appreciate it, but you're apparently in so much danger.
Yeah, I feel the danger. This is strange. It's really hot. I had to drink a potion. This sucks, dude.
Pierre's like, but you're Pierre, but you're okay here though, right? Like I made sure she's not burning right now, right?
No,
Are you burning right now?
I'm not. And I don't know why. Why aren't I burning?
Pierre's and Pierre goes, Pierre, because and he responds to Helvig, because you said you wanted to be in the nice place, right? Like you imagine like Pierre he says like Pierre.
Yeah, I did
like
say
you explained that you imagined the this sort of place. So I made it like this sort of place because that's what you wanted.
I did. But was that real? Was the thing real? The fire?
Oh yeah.
I was just trying to figure out which one was real. And well, I mean, Trish is burning, so don't turn it back.
Oh, okay. Because you get Pierre says, well, I don't get why you like this so much, but yeah, you do you, man.
I'm not. I mean, you were where I was, right? I'm used to that, right?
Pierre. And he says, you get the impression he's like, yeah, and it's lame, but all right, like, I got you, bro. I got you, fam.
It's like, you don't have to dig at my crib like that, Pierre, but okay.
I would say at this point, Nevermore and Jude arrive. However, for you guys, the Blasted Hellscape is very much still a thing.
Trish, it's looking at you.
I know it is.
It gives you sort of like if a lava dragon could smile, it does. It sort of bears its fangs, which appear to be sort of clear glass shards, like dark glass shards, and it doesn't appear like that, like a crocodile's teeth. They don't meet very nicely. It's not like it's more like shark or crocodile, like the jagged bits of broken glass all over the place. Probably looks like the sort of thing it would be unpleasant to be chewed by, but also it itself probably does not enjoy chewing very much.
I would really like to go now, Helvig.
Helvig.
Hi. Oh God!
You hear in your head, Pierre goes, "Guy, your friends are lame."
This is the first we've seen of Helvig, isn't it?
Yes,
like Jude and I. Helvig. Oh God, Helvig. Are you okay?
Hi. I'm fine. This is.
Can I get a con save, Jude and Nevermore?
Oh, I'm burning still.
Yeah, no, you're both still good. Your spell is keeping it good.
This is Pierre. I guess.
Pierre goes, Pierre. I know them.
Yeah, but I don't think they've seen you in like that.
And Pierre actually rears back when he sees Nevermore, and then his head comes super close to your face, like it lunges down at you, and it sniffs.
I kind of just collapse onto my butt,
and it sort of, it actually a single claw from its talon, a single talon from its claw comes around and sort of just lifts you gently out of the dirt because it's ash, and it actually, like a couple of bits of ash have set your cloak on fire. And as it's standing him up, Trish and Helvig see ash fall off Nevermore's cloak and then disappear as it hits the ground. And then he sort of examines your face and then very quickly drops you and turns to Helvig and says, Pierre, like, he should not be here.
Oh, it's the thing in his face.
And Pierre's like, and it's like a cat's about to cough up a hairball.
No.
It rears his head back and then breathes a jet of fire down on Nevermore. And Nevermore is engulfed in flames, and when the flames turn off, he is gone.
Where'd you send him? Here?
And on the floor underneath him, in this lovely, pleasant wooded grove for Trish and Helvig, and this blasted hellscape for little Jude, is a glowing fire rune. Furus Ra, Furus Ra, Furus Ra. You hear in your head, Jude. Actually, Helvig, you would also totally hear that. Sorry, yes.
Wait, you can just make those, open those?
Pure. It's like, yeah, it's sort of my whole thing.
Oh. Okay. I should go. We should go. We should all go. You guys go first because you're on fire.
Helvig, tell your pet dragon to bring Nevermore back.
Nevermore's in the other good side, right? Where we're from, right? I'm understanding this correctly.
He's like, yeah. I sent him back where you were.
Yeah, he's back where we were.
He went through that portal back to where you guys were, like in that burning copse of fire.
Oh no. Okay.
That's the entrance. Pier, like that's how you got here. That's the entrance. That's the doorway. I can't just make any old door. I burn it. Lucky about all that extra health you had. Hey.
Okay.
Jude steps out. It's just like,
I don't know what's happening.
Is either of them hurt? Like,
Me?
yeah. Are either of you hurt? I should heal you before we get back to the fire and death over there.
Burn.
I'm okay.
Are you sure?
Just like a little hurt, not a lot
Here?
hurt.
And you hear in your head, I can fix them if you like.
You can? Yeah, that would be great.
Pier leans back on his haunches and its claws both come up and fireflies merge out of it and then lunges its claws at both of you but stops 2 feet from you. Fireflies leap into you and you return to full health.
Jude pees herself.
Amazing. Thank you, AJ.
I'm gonna put an arm around Jude and be like, "It's all right."
I feel better, but I also feel worse.
Me too, Jude. Me too.
When that hits you, the world flicks, and you're now in the wooded grove with everybody else, except Nevermore, who's in a burning simulacrum of the same.
So confused.
Okay, well, we should really get back here. It's a nice place. I'd like to hang out here more often, but I'd probably, considering how it seems terrifying, not gonna lie, and I have to be at ruins, maybe let's just go to my place instead of yours, okay?
Yeah, it was like, fine, like, yeah, you're the boss. And gently picks Jude and Trish up, puts them where Nevermore was, and then gestures you to do the same, but he doesn't pick you up. Okay. And then you do so, and then similar, the fire comes down, and you are back in the burning grove. Nevermore has appeared there about 20 seconds before. Yeah, you are all in Nevermore. Did you run immediately? You appear on. You are on the ground. There is fire all around you. But you are back where you were, recognizably where you were. There is.
Do I know which direction we came in from?
Yes, you have perfect recall. It's also fairly clear because the fire has yet to completely re-engulf the pathway out.
All right, I scream and I start just sprinting as fast as I can in that direction while I'm screaming at high pitch.
Nevermore, athletics check, please.
It's my best skill.
Unfortunately, you are running, and that's why.
6.
Oh, good. Okay. 6 it is. Right. 64. Let's do 5d4 and see how that goes. That's 13 points of fire damage. 14 points of fire damage. That could be worse.
Okay, let me update my...
Before you get to a place where you ain't on fire anymore.
Then damage. Okay. And as I appear out from the flames, I peer around, I look around. Do I see Tevor?
Tevor is, about 250 feet away. Not cowering, but sort of hiding behind a blackened, twisted stump. Watching the cloud of ember bats and occasionally flicking at a... He as soon as you come out of the fire, he's like, and gets up and immediately runs over to you and starts putting the fires on you out.
Yeah, I'll just stop, drop, and roll. That's rule 52. Stop, drop, and roll.
Excellent.
Actually, no, it's 53.
Yeah, you do that. And then the others, all three of you, appear in the fire grove. You can hear Nevermore screaming.
Great. I grab Jude and Helvig by the hands and run towards the screaming.
You do that. Athletics checks, please.
All right.
I could.
Dope.
If I cast Expeditious Retreat, am I okay? It lets me run as a bonus action as well.
That's it would give you advantage on the roll. You're booking it as fast as you possibly can, and Trish is pretty fast anyway. You'd be able to run as fast as her, and she is dragging you.
I will do that, so maybe I won't slow Trish down.
Hi.
Oh, bam. And advantage.
You do that.
Because it doesn't matter.
Yep.
12. I'm glad I did that.
Yeah, cool. 9, 11, 12. Sure. You all take 7 points of fire damage, except Jude, who takes 3, and Helvig, who also takes 3. So, Trish, you take 7, I'm afraid.
All right.
Before you get out to find a Nevermore sort of rolling on the floor with Tevor standing over him, just dousing him in cold.
And I'm covering my eye as well.
Yeah.
Making sure I cover my eye while I do this.
Yeah. Your face stings. Your eye stings. And I think that would be a good place for a break. You guys all look like you need one. Hey, you got Helvig back. Only took you an hour and 20 minutes. Well done.
You get the leash now.
No, wait.
Amazing.
We learned some stuff.
We will be back in 5. Don't go anywhere. We will be back with you in just a moment. Throw up in chat if you're enjoying it. Favorite moment so far. What I'd love to see some fan theories about what the fuck's going on. Loving it. Loving everything about it, guys. See you soon. Take us away, Mr. Serum. Welcome back to the Humblewood, mateys. It is a pleasure to have you back with us. It is a pleasure to be back in the wood. Oh boy, are we back in? We went feet first, did we not? Oh wow. So, I would like Newton scan. You do make an excellent point. Spina has been gone away for a long time. So Spina, can I get you to roll a D22 in chat, please? This is for my wild card. I got bolt. I'm just gonna burn that shit straight away. And what's gonna happen is we're rolling on the Harrow deck of the Deck of Many, who are the people who wrote the book. So it's appropriate. It is a 22. It's a 22 thing. It's the thing that made Helvig a silver boy. It could be good.
It could be a good thing.
Could be good.
I'm sure that'll happen twice.
So Spina, if you could type in chat ! roll 20
space 22.
22.
No, I don't want it.
Just copy the end bit of what Serum's messages.
Yeah, just copy what Serum did. Cleaned up the mess after.
I'm sure
and
evaporated.
I will determine how that all goes.
Come on, Senna.
Yeah, you guys are. Nevermore is there, lying on the ground. He's still a little bit on fire. Well, you're all a bit on fire. And Tevil puts it out and says, "Are you okay?"
Yeah, I learned some things. Did not solve the bat problem, though.
What was it? No. That glowing orb that you summoned, it disappeared when you guys did. So that's good. And if you know how to get back from the place, then we can banish the other one that the ember bats are floating around.
Okay, yeah, sure.
What the fuck, Helvig? What the fuck?
Can we talk about this later?
Helvig! Why the fuck did you have to touch that thing? We could have all died. We came after you. Like fucking idiots.
To me, I would have come back to you.
You seem quite fucking happy there with your big molten dragon. What the hell?
I didn't know it was a molten dragon either.
Oh, I've still got ash in my throat.
As much as we need to have this conversation, let's put it on pause until we're not surrounded by fire.
Yes,
And
we're not done with this conversation. Helvig.
Oh, of course we're not.
Nevermore.
Well, how are we gonna deal with this?
Yes, Jude.
I peed in my pantaloons.
Start casting prestidigitation to like clean the pee. There you go. Jude, don't ask me to do this too often. And I'm just going to dry all the urine up on Jude.
It's okay, Jude. We were all scared.
It was really scary.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Helvig, it was really scary.
But Jude is a brave mouse. Jude should not pee pantaloons.
It's fine, Jude. Don't worry about it. I basically passed out, then had a dragon vomit on me, and then I was on fire, and I was screaming, and I was rolling around, and I've been upset because I don't have money, and that's not something that you'd be upset about, so you're fine, Jude.
Newton Scan, can you roll me a D4 in chat, please?
Oh, God. Here it comes.
Oh no!
Here it comes. Here it comes.
Could be awful. Could be great.
2.
1, 2. Nevermore. Okay, noted. Oh, that's awful.
Oh no!
Nevermore. Yeah, it's not going to happen right this second. But it will happen. It'll happen before the end of the session.
What now?
Yeah. Okay.
Terrible time.
You rolled. We got on the harrowing deck. We rolled the card, the Idiot, and it's going to affect Nevermore.
Oh no!
No, that seems really bad. That seems really, really bad.
Is that the one that
Okay.
drops your intelligence level?
I'm not going to mention what it does.
Oh god!
And not by that much. Can Dracos Wizard, can you roll me a D4 as well, please?
Oh no!
Oh, no. There's another
This is
one?
just by how much.
Oh, okay. Oh god.
1. Come on.
Come
on, Practice Wizard.
No, please roll 1. 1, 1, 1.
1, 1, 1, 1!
Roll a 1.
So, yeah, you've had your argument. Tevil's like, well, so I can all understand all of your feelings that you are wanting to express, and it was probably a very scary experience. What is on the other side of the...
More fire and death.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like this place, but way worse.
My head hurts.
That's fine. Nevermore, should your eye be doing that?
Doing what?
Nevermore, from underneath your Trish, you're the person who reacted the most viscerally there. You notice that from underneath his eye patch, there is a glow coming from inside.
Your eye patch is glowing. What do we do?
Oh, good. Oh, no. Okay. 4. Dracos Wizard rolled a 4. Excellent. Okay,
Oh my God.
great. Who else is in chat? No.
Let's just get on Nevermore, the campaign.
Chav Hunter, if you're still around, Chav Hunter, can you roll a d4 as well, please?
My head really hurts.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Oh, my head's about to explode, isn't it? Oh god.
Nelderberry, if you could also roll a 1d4 as well.
Oh my god, my head's gonna explode.
It's okay. Just take deep breaths, okay? Take deep breaths.
Would you like me to sing a song, Nevermore?
Oh, I don't know if I can handle a song right now.
It's really calming.
Is this what friendship does to you?
Nelderberry got a 4 as well.
Is this what friendship does?
Chav Hunter got a 1. Oh, good. Good. Oh, that's good. Great. Amazing. Thank you so much, everybody in chat, for them rolls. That's fantastic. Tevor leans in and says, "May I, Trish? Nevermore? May I have a look?"
You're not supposed to heal it.
He opens it up and it's glowing. The socket is glowing very, very brightly with the light. The word I would use to describe it is unhealthy. It is a sickly orange, yellow-orange light, like a mustard yellow light. It's Nevermore. It is becoming it's like your normally Swiftian thoughts are slowing down a little bit.
No.
So you are you get a -4 to your intelligence and your charisma, and a -1 to your wisdom.
Right,
Thank you, whoever bought me the wild card.
Let me update my stats.
On either side of the idiot are the gem, which the person who it applies to slowly transforms into a ruby gemstone the size of a fist over 2 days. They can only be resurrected by the resurrection or greater restoration spell. I figured not that one. And the other one would require a major modification to the artwork, so we didn't do that one either.
Chat, just so you know, this is what happens when you just throw a wild card our way, okay?
Yeah.
Just don't do it. Don't do it.
-4. No, it doesn't become intelligence -4. It becomes down 4 from what he was. So
Yeah, that's 4, right? Not his modifier
he
goes
was
down
pretty
4.
smart. He's still now quite smart. He's probably still the smartest, if not second smartest person in the room.
Where'd you land?
What is your...
Shut up, Helvig. It's your fault.
You haven't said anything. This is Dan. Dan's worried. Helvig's also worried, but he doesn't know you're being an idiot.
Oh, amazing. Intelligence 14, it's not that bad.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Your intelligence was 18?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Jude's is 7.
Yeah, thank God this didn't happen to Jude.
Thank God this didn't happen to Jude.
Thank God it doesn't happen 2 more times, because it actually could kill Jude. Like, if any of your stats ever drop to 0, you die.
Oh my god.
Like, this is probably the best person it could have happened to, because he's got the highest mental stats.
Jesus.
It's fine. I don't mind.
His charisma's not great, though.
My head's cleared up a little bit now.
Oh, that's good. Sorry.
Shut up.
Oh,
What's happening?
Nevermore
What are we
had
doing
really
now?
good stats.
What are we doing now?
Tevor says, well, the wood is still on fire.
Shit.
I'm really concerned about that eye thing. Because it definitely shouldn't be doing that. I don't know what happened to you in the portal.
Me?
Mm.
Just had a fucking dragon vomit on me.
Oh. And this is the idea of a dragon is like a what? And a dragon's
Can
a
we just
thing of
focus
myth.
on that thing over there? Just go fucking kill something.
I suppose, yes. All right. I will assist in any way I can. So yeah, you want to go kill a dragon?
No, I want to kill those fucking
the
bats.
bats.
Do we put candles on our head again?
Tevor actually says, well, it would seem that the bats are drawn to the orb, yes? As in, when the other one disappeared with you guys, several bats had already sort of started coming to it. That's partially why I ran. I'm sorry for that. So I think if you can get rid of the orb, you could get rid of the bats.
Ooh. When I was little, my brothers played a game where they threw a ball at my head a lot. It was called Dodge Jude, and I think maybe we get the orb through the rune, and then they will follow, like a game of Dodge Jude.
Can anyone
How are we
see
going to do that?
any of the other runes? I don't think we want to go back into the burning forest.
But didn't Pierre say he could make one?
I think he was saying that the places they are on here are like the same, but he could like connect them to anything over there. I summon Pierre. Ring ring.
Pierre reappears. Everybody, can I get a wisdom save, please?
No. Can I just call him and not summon him?
Well, it's the same thing.
Damn it.
This is really just to determine something. Helvig and Nevermore, you see.
Do I also have to make a wisdom saving throw?
Oh
Or
yes,
no?
please. Sorry, I was looking at your athletics. Yes, you do as well. Okay. This is to determine Pierre's appearance. Yeah, I was right. Yeah. So, Trish and Jude, you see normal Pierre appear. It's this little dragonfly form. Nevermore and Helvig, you see something different. Helvig, he lands on your shoulder. He is a tiny version of the molten fire dragon that you saw on the through the portal. And he goes,
great!
"Pew."
So now you bring your fucking dragon back again.
He
What the
arches
hell,
his back.
Helvig?
He arches back his back and hisses at you, Nevermore. Nevermore.
No.
Through your eyes, there is a positive effect of this whole thing, though. You are able to see out of both eyes.
No. No.
That's a good thing, AJ.
No,
I
it's
don't
not.
know what you're talking about.
It's always a good thing when your eyesight comes back in the eye you don't have.
Yeah, depth
and-
perception.
I'm just
So
going
now
to
you've got-
I'll rip open my eye patch, and
Yep.
I'll stick the ring on one of my claws and throw the eye patch to the ground. Don't need that fucking
Sure.
thing now.
Can you make a perception check, please, Nevermore?
Sure. No.
And no, you don't notice it. However, what you do notice, because you're rather fixated on the dragon, is that so what Helvig can see, and what you can see out of your good eye, the non-eye, the non-cut up eye, is the same thing Helvig can see, the burning infernal one before. However, the other one through your eye, through the other eye, seems there's like a second image superimposed on it. And you feel within you a deep burning hatred for this creature. It's really quite powerful. It appears to be even more menacing, even more demonic looking than the molten fire dragon that was perfectly serviceably dangerous enough. This one seems to be just emanating ill will.
Helvig, why do you bring this back? This thing hurts me and you bring it back again? Why?
I wanted to ask him something.
Well, fucking ask it and get rid of it. It's disgusting. I'll spit.
Yeah. Make a dex check.
Pier or
actually, no, sorry. It would actually it would evaporate in the air slightly before it reached Pier. Pier, and then looks at you and says, "Pier, like you let him talk to me like that, Dick." And also, what do you want?
We're gonna talk. I wanted to check. So you can't just make runes appear here, right?
I want to be clear as well. His thoughts are less coherent.
That's fine.
When he's little, so it's not like when you were on the other plane, it sounded very much like he was having a full-on conversation with you. Where here, it's really just he just emanates disgruntled at you, and then he says, "Yeah, Pierre, I can't really like." He emanates inability to do the thing you want.
Yeah. That's fine. Do you know a way that we can lure them?
Beer. The fireflies.
Oh, so me.
He sort of shoots a gout out of his mouth.
Okay.
And a couple of bats swoop off the cloud, but return to it when the fireflies dissipate.
Okay. Thanks, Pierre. I give him a scritch. Does it feel hard because he's a dragon?
Yes.
I give him a scritch.
It doesn't feel
anyway.
as nice and it's not. It used to be reptile skin. It used to be like snake skin. Now it is very much like scratching molten rock. It doesn't hurt you though.
Okay, thanks.
But it's like caressing something made of lava.
I'll talk to him about it. Take care. I dismiss him back. He likes it there.
Beer, and he's like, thanks. And
during this chaos, I would like Jude to subtly pick up the eye patch and put it in her bag just in case.
Yeah, noted.
Can I do that still? So no.
I think given that Nevermore is pissed off and probably not looking, and Helvig is deep in conversation with a fire dragon thing on his shoulder, Trish is the only person who might notice you, and she probably wouldn't stop you. So
I wink at her. I'm just like,
yeah, he might need that.
Jude can't wink. Jude does both eyes.
Cute. I just give you a nod, like good idea. Yep.
Yeah, great. Cool. Tevo's like, okay.
I can lure them to me.
Bet you can.
Great. How are you in the fire? Well, you don't need to. Actually, you could get them off the ball, and then we can go and hit it. Do you think it might be able to be killed or banished?
Um.
And then, so if you lure them away, then we can get to the ball, and once it's gone, then they'll dissipate.
If it's anything like my magic, maybe I can just hold them all over. And then
you can try it if you like, because you can turn it off if it starts to work, and they'll go back to the ball.
I could try and sing a bat song.
No, I meant call the ball to me, like within.
Oh. You're going to try and subsume... Okay.
Nom nom nom. The ball.
I love
that
this
seems
plan.
like a bad idea.
I love this plan. Dan knows that this seems like a terrible idea because of how much joy it seems to be giving Josh, but Helvig doesn't know that.
It was fine in the fire realm.
What what worked in the fire realm?
Well, there were fireflies there, and It's not me. It's the hive heart that I have. That
Right.
Oh yeah, not you, of course.
Tevor gives Nevermore a look of like, you've changed very rapidly.
a big.
Oh man,
Something I have to talk to him about.
So happy with that. Yeah. Tevor goes, okay.
I could. It might go terribly wrong because I'm not there.
Look, if you're happy, if you're prepared to try, it could probably work. We'll all back you up, right? How am I the brave one here now?
Sorry, what? Say it again. We'll pack him up. I'll be over there. I'll just be over there.
Okay.
A bit away.
Jude, Trish,
I don't know anything about magic, and this is all very confusing, but I think we need to just take a minute. Is this gonna cause some wild shenanigans again? Because I don't want to go through another portal.
It might.
well, I'm no expert.
Oh, I trust Helvig. Let Helvig do it. I believe. Go on, Helvig. Call it into you. See what happens.
I believe.
Yes, Jude, sing.
No.
All right, Nevermore,
Helvig's
listen.
shoulders kind of like slouch. He seems
What,
really
Trish?
anxious.
We're all having a rough time, okay? But there's no need to make the situation worse by being so confrontational,
I'm being supportive. I'm saying do it. Am I being argumentative about it?
You're being sarcastic.
Apologies.
I don't think that was a sincere one.
Correct. Good work, Jude. Good work. Go on.
Nevermore,
What?
do you want a muffin?
Yes, please. Not happy with you, Helvig. And I'll just kind of walk away slowly.
I don't look him in the eye.
In either eye.
Either eye.
All right, Helvig, I don't know anything about magic, so is this safe?
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
Maybe we should.
Especially when the bats set things on fire around them. If I call the thing to me, then they'll all come to me and I'll be on fire. My spines might kill some.
You last time with the ember bats, you killed a lot of them with your spine. Could you call them and then turn into a ball?
That's what I was gonna try, yeah. But that's way more of them than before, too.
I just want you to be safe.
Well, I owe you guys for. I kind of just quickly glanced towards Nevermore, but just trying to. He left, right? He kind of like went backwards a bit.
Yeah.
I just kind of keep it posh so that he doesn't hear it. I feel really bad for what happened earlier. So, if this works, then it's fine. But I don't know. I just think that the thing with actually just shooting the bats might go horribly.
I'd rather take my chances doing that because I don't want to risk you vanishing or getting hurt or disappearing again, okay?
Tevor says, well, you're familiar, seems to know a lot. You could ask it if this will hurt you. It might know.
Okay.
I'll talk to Nevermore and distract him.
Okay. It doesn't seem like he's okay, but yeah, sure.
So Tevor goes and sits with Nevermore and uses prestidigitation and helps fix your robes, Nevermore.
Fucking head hurts. Oh.
Yeah. Helvig, you summon Pierre again, I presume?
Yeah, I kind of just turn my back to Nevermore and summon him like in my clutches, like she doesn't see.
Pierre's like, Pierre.
Yeah, I know you like it over there. I'm sorry, but
he's like, Pierre. It's like, no, it's more the like what, like, I can stay if you want.
oh, yeah, it's fine. It's just Nevermore's like in a weird mood right now and doesn't want to see you. And
he nods understandingly.
My plan was, I can't believe I'm about to say this, Pierre, but my plan was, because you remember how there's like the fireflies in the thing?
His head sticks up over your shoulder and then sticks back down and is like, yeah, do you want me to go and eat it?
You can just eat it? I was gonna go and try and call them to me, but you can just eat it?
He goes, well, if you want to eat it instead, that's fine. You can do that.
Well, would it hurt?
No. Why would it hurt you?
But would those hurt? I pointed the
The ember bats, he looks and goes, no, they like it.
Okay. Sure.
And it can move faster than they can.
Okay.
And if it goes away, they'll go away. You eat it, they'll go away.
Okay. And then relay the rest of the information to the rest, because they don't understand Pierre. That's what he's saying.
Okay, so
It keeps switching Pierre.
And he clearly enjoys this, like a cat having its back scratched.
you eat the ball,
Yeah.
and Trish and I will stand stealthy to the sideline, and we will kill off ember bats that are going to hurt you,
Yeah.
just in
Bad
case.
idea. Yeah.
They should just go away, but yeah.
I just want to be safe.
Yeah.
You
Sure.
really scared me, Helvig, when you disappeared.
I'm sorry. I didn't think I was going to disappear either.
You're the only brother I like.
Well, I'll try and not scare you. Okay. Alright, Pierre. This is so annoying. So sorry, but I guess you gotta go now, because Nevermore's gonna be like angry again.
Here. And he disappears.
I'm gonna walk over there now.
He's like,
underneath.
all good, buddy. And yeah, you do that. Yeah, how close do you get?
Directly underneath. Like, just, it doesn't matter how far it is.
Well, it's not floating very high off the ground. The swarm of ember bats is maybe 10 feet off the ground, but like it encompasses, it goes to the floor. It's just basically like I described it last week, it was a ball of like similar to the way fish school. It's very similar to that. So it's this constantly swirling morass of ember bats, but the bottom of the ball touches the floor, but the orb in the inside is no more than 10 feet off the ground.
I'll say I start at 40 feet.
Mm-hmm. And how do you
And then
summon it into
slowly
yourself?
Inch closer.
Sure. How do you approach summoning it into yourself?
Just imagine Kirby, the pink thing.
Nevermore, now that you're sitting, being introspective and grumpy, Tevor has probably left you to it. Make another perception check.
Whatever.
Oh, another raid!
Raid! Lord
Lelaps.
Welcome, Lord Laylaps. Lovely to have you. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the raid. Thank you for raiding. What were you doing before? Tell us all about it in chat. I'd love to know. Yeah, we've got. If slap up some raid emotes. If you got raid emotes, pew 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 pew. If you got the Nerds of the West raid emotes, yeah, tell us what you're doing. We are dealing with a glowing ball around which a whole bunch of ember bats, which are bats with little candles on their heads, are swarming, and they're maybe going to eat our friends unless our Superboy Helvig maybe does something about it. So, Helvig, yeah, how do you summon? Oh yeah, Nevermore. You got a 10 on your perception check. You're probably just looking at your claws and cleaning the bits of the ash out from underneath your claws, and you look and you notice that the ring of protection that you put on is not the ring of protection that you had in your eye patch. It would still you know this because you can identify things that are magical, like instantaneously. You can just assess them. It still has exactly the same effect. It is still the magical ring that it was before, but its design is very different. It now looks like a bunch of claws sort of clawing each other, like not nasty, but like bird claws that are, there is a ring of bird claws that are all holding each other. And it's very much in a sort of an aggressive grip. And it looks like that now. Instead of, it looks pretty badass, really. It's pretty metal.
I like it.
Yeah. And Jude still does have the eye patch, yes. Oh, they were playing Minecraft.
Case.
Excellent. So, yeah, Helvig, how do you summon this bead of elemental fire into yourself?
Okay, there's a 3-step program to this plan, Josh. Are you ready?
Love it. Love it.
First is doing my thing whenever I showcase my fireflies to people and just have them hover around me. Just maybe like, here I am. Step 2 is shooting an eldritch blast through the bowl.
Oh, yeah.
Just so they can like follow the trajectory back to me.
Oh, sure. So you're not looking to? Are you looking to hurt the ball?
No, that's not my intent.
Sure. Okay. Yep. Can you make me an eldritch blast attack, please? I can tell you, even if you hit it, it wouldn't hurt it, so that's fine.
11.
Yeah. If given that you're not aiming to hurt it, yes, that's enough. It passes actually just underneath it because it's really hard to make it out because of all the bats. But the bats sort of get out of the way of the blast, and it goes straight through them and skims about 6 inches underneath the ball because you had to take a rough guess about where it was in the swarm, but you got it pretty close, and it through the gap that the eldritch blast creates, you get the distinct impression it can see you with your fireflies up around you, with a sort of aura of fireflies around you.
Step 3 is just to get closer, because maybe I'm not close enough, and then I repeat.
Sure. Yeah. Can I get an Arcana check, because you are also going to be, I assume, sort of willing that this will happen.
Yeah. What if I'm willing it to happen? Can I use charisma?
It would be a willpower. It would be a charisma check then. Persuasion, or it would be persuasion, definitely.
Oh damn it! I should just intimidate the flies.
It's not intimidation, unfortunately.
I know. I have proficiency in it.
I would say you can have. Well, 17 will definitely do it. That 24. Look, I'll take the 24 in this instance. You've done a lot of work on this. It's like, yeah, all right. That looks like that. You get. It's like when Pierre talks to you. You get on this plane, not on the other one. So you just get an impression of a feeling or a single phrase, and you hear home from it as it sort of shoots towards you. And you hear home just as it enters your chest. The force of it knocks you off your feet. You are catapulted back onto your spines, But it doesn't hurt. You just sort of you have the wind knocked out of you. But yeah, it hits you. There are still a whole mess of fireflies around you, and a good portion of the cloud of ember bats swoop towards you. Trish, Jude, do you do anything? Nevermore, do you do anything? Tevor runs over and stands up over you, Helvig, or just behind you, but with his spear out in front of you, sort of slashing at the air to keep them away from you. Trish, Jude, Nevermore, anything?
Yep. I'm going to start firing arrows into the bats.
Can I get three bow attacks, please, Trish? Jude?
I get out my new sword.
Yeah. Those are all short swords, but yeah, that'll do. I think it's the same roll anyway. Jude, make me three longswords attacks. Nevermore, what do you do? Nice.
I'll turn around. I'll assess and note that Trish and Jude are fighting. And then I'll just feel this rage come over me, and I'll cast Shatter right into the middle of the bats that are flying down. So I'll cast Shatter on them.
Tevor is so rubbish.
you need to make a Constitution saving throw, otherwise they take 14 thunder damage.
Helvig? You can do this in their path and not actually get Helvig in it unless you don't care, in which case
I will not hit Helvig. I will get it right in front of Helvig.
Sure, you do that.
That's really scary.
They take... I will make a ability check. I will make... Is Con, you said?
Constitution, DC 12.
That is what they got.
It was DC 14.
Hey, look, not my fault. It's Anonymous's fault. I didn't do this. I had nothing to do with this. I just interpolated the information. It passes just. It equals beats. So it takes half the
I believe it
However,
takes half.
They are all singular bats rather than a cloud of bats at this point. So they all just sort of explode. The few that get through are skewered by several of Trish's arrows, and any that get super close, Jude sort of knocks out of the air with her blade. Tevor is really just forming a sort of spear wall with as much as he can with a single spear over the prone Helvig, but it does appear to have worked. No large numbers of bats get close enough to you to cause any residual heat damage. The bat swarm is gone. Well done. Helvig, if you had expended any hit points or spells, they are restored to full.
Nice. This is a healthy diet, guys.
Great.
Nice.
In fact, as Helvig is helped up by
I
Tevor,
concentrate. I'm like, no, keep it in.
in which case, if you do that, can I have a wisdom save, please?
I knew it. I felt it in my bones.
Excellent. Can I get perception checks from everybody? Nevermore, you will have advantage.
23.
Nice. Yeah. Nevermore and Jude both notice this. Trish is probably still a little bit overwhelmed with the whole bats business. Helvig is glowing internally. There is sort of a glow coming out, particularly from between his magic metal spines. He also seems taller. Maybe 6 inches taller.
Helvig, is that you?
Helvig, you feel so great. You feel enervated. You feel like you've just run a mile, but that you could also run another 10 miles.
I point my hand towards Helvig. Is that you, Helvig?
Nevermore, you can see two distinct images. You can see Helvig with your normal eye, with that 19, and you can also see a glowing, larger Helvig superimposed upon him. And you notice that his feet are claws. The glowing
Everybody
bigger
back
ones.
away from Helvig.
I'm fine.
Why?
I'm fine. I pick myself up.
Helvig, make another wisdom save.
I'll just hold my hand out towards Helvig, my other hand on its book.
Helvig, you shrink back. It's sort of Jude, the people who are aware of it. You manage to fully contain the power within yourself, and anybody who was aware of the size increase, it retracts. Nevermore, it fades away in your vision.
Magic is weird. Like, very strange.
Helvig, you now possess, because of what you did was super cool, you now possess I'm going to call it a healing fire charge. It will last for Lord Laylaps. Could you roll me a D4 in chat, please? So roll exclamation mark roll space 4. Yeah.
Healing fire.
And this will last for that many days. Got a 2, so this will last for 2 days. And at any point in the next 2 days, you can use it to fully heal and recharge the spell slots of any one person. Could be yourself, could be anybody else.
Okay.
You are, whilst mechanically you don't know that, you do know that is the ability, that is the energy, the possibility of the energy within yourself right now.
Okay. Will the heal health and spell slots, you said?
Yes. Or is the effect of a long rest.
Long rest.
It will restore any. It will get rid of any levels of exhaustion. They will be back to brand spanking new.
As an action, I can just be like, oh.
Yep, it is an action.
Okay.
It's a super heal. Yeah, it is.
Do I have to
Lord,
touch them?
It is like Red Wolf.
Do I feel like I have to be melee?
I will give you a 30-foot range.
Okay.
Given that I am making this up right now.
Yeah, we're just doing. I'm just typing it in.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, Helvig appears to have shrunk down Nevermore. The ashy fire wings that you saw behind him have furled back in and not there anymore. He doesn't look like a Super Saiyan Hedgehog boy anymore.
We're talking when we get back to town. You understand that, don't you?
Yeah.
Sorry, say it again.
Yes.
A bit more conviction. Thank you. No
Devil
avoiding.
says, I can't imagine we're not going to talk about a lot of the things that are happening here. And he looks at Trish and goes, Nevermore.
Tevor, what are we doing now?
Well, the thing we came here to do is further in towards the center of, well, that way. And he points north.
Are the rest of you ready now, or what?
I'm ready.
Ember bats edible?
Yes. I mean, they come semi-cooked.
Should we collect them for food?
Come semi-cooked.
We've got provisions.
Oh, never mind.
They're a bit gamey. Yeah. So yeah, he leads you on. Does anybody need? He says, does anybody need a rest, or do you want to just?
I mean, I'd like to heal a little bit. I'm a little bit wounded.
I tell you what. Look, I'm going to go and put out that fire now that the bats are dispersed, and I can actually maybe approach it. If you guys want to have a breather,
Short
maybe
rest,
20, 30 minutes.
Sure.
So yeah, you do that if you want.
Yep.
Any spells you've cast on yourself would end, but except Mage Armor, which lasts for 8 hours. And Tevil goes and puts out the forest fire. Yay!
I can heal you Nevermore for extra before we rest.
Don't touch me.
Okay.
I've already done enough damage right now.
Okay.
Yeah, that's interesting. Okay.
Nevermore.
What?
It's fine. Jude. I just kind of like wave. There's a weak smile on Helvig's face.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you have a short rest. I imagine it's a fairly somber, quiet one.
I feel
Jude,
so
what's
fucking
going on in
horrible.
Jude's head right now? Nevermore, you're playing this amazingly as well.
I know. I feel so bad. It's like I'm kicking a puppy.
Props to Mitch. He's doing an amazing job.
Jude is seething.
You're doing great, Mitch.
Jude wants to smack Nevermore up the side of the face. It'd just be like, snap out of it, but also respect Helvig's wishes. And therefore, instead of singing a friendship song like she would like to, she's just staying quiet, which is weird for Jude.
Yeah, very. It's disconcerting.
It's a little nerve-wracking, actually.
Jude, to be quiet.
Super unsettling, yeah.
Is it as in it is unsettling for Jude?
Both.
Or it's also unsettling for everybody else when Jude is quiet. Yeah. Trish, how are you spending this short rest?
I'm just gonna sit next to Jude because I have to pick one of them to comfort, and I feel like Jude needs more of it.
It's actually like possible.
I'm pretty pissed off as well. So I'm just gonna sit with Jude silently and eat a sandwich.
I pass you a muffin.
Thank you.
Great. Nevermore, how do you spend the short rest?
It's holding my head.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out what's going on with me. Like, it being very, was it introspective? Is the term?
Yeah.
Trying to figure out what the fuck is going on, because everybody else's reactions seem to be shocked, and I don't quite understand what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah, you do that. It's noteworthy that your head doesn't feel... It doesn't hurt. It feels more like actually there's too much in it. Like your thoughts are slowed down because something else is... Because you're having too many of them at the same time. You're having more thoughts than normal, so you don't have... To use a computing metaphor, you've got too many tabs open.
I want to start focusing on this patch in my where the eye patch is, where I know this thing is. I want to go very quiet, breathe deeply, and focus on that part of my head, and just see if I pick anything up.
Roll an Arcana.
Sure. No.
You do get... You hear... And it's impossible to say if you hear it or not, but you think you hear a bass, brassy chuckle. But that's all.
Cool.
Helvig, how do you spend the rest?
Let's see. I'm energetic, right?
Mm.
And I'm forced to stay still.
It's like you've pounded 3 monsters. Like
Yeah, I'm like, I'm low key, only on the dirt, so and quietly, so don't make noise. But I'm expending my energy by like tapping my foot.
You are aware that you glowed.
Oh,
And you are also aware that if you wanted to, you could still be glowing, like, quite easily.
No. No, Josh, not this time. Don't fall for that this time.
But you have complete control over it. That's the point.
No, I don't do that. I try not glow, even though I am.
Yeah, you don't glow anymore. But yeah, you're actively not glowing. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm actively not glowing, and I can't appear because Nevermore go meh, and.
Yeah, great. Okay, so about 25 minutes later, the
longest time Jude has ever been quiet.
Yeah, Tevor comes back, covered in ash and soot. You've watched him the whole time, using his hands to sort of, he's quite methodically beating the fire back. He's doing a really good job, actually. This is like, you finally see him in his element, like, he panicked before. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's completely out of his depth. But on this is something he's good at, and he actually seems to have reveled in the opportunity to actually show you guys that he is cool and useful. And you think he probably idolizes the hell out of you guys. Like thinks you guys are like, well, you're the defenders of Alderheart, and he's just basically a volunteer firefighter who's only semi-trained. And he's just like, you guys are freaking cool, and I'm trying to help. Tevor of the Spring Path is his full name. And he's a nice guy, means well, just a bit young, bit inexperienced, and a bit scared. He comes back and
good
says...
job, Mr. Spring.
Oh, thank you. Are you...
Muffin?
Rested? Oh, thank you. Yes. Are you ready to proceed?
Yeah.
Then we shall proceed, and we shall proceed to favorite moments, because we're going to leave it there, guys. That seems like a nice, natural place to leave that. Oh, guys, that was a
Mitch.
thing. That was a time and a half.
I love you.
I love you too. I love you.
I'm
sorry.
No, amazing. Guys, thank you so much. Thank you, chat, for hanging out with us. Thank you, Lord Laylaps, for your raid. Thank you, Nerds of the West, for raiding as well. It was super cool to see you here. Phoenixy Wacky, welcome, Phoenix Wacky.
Stop raiding us. We want to raid you.
Yeah, go stream so we can raid you. We will do our favorite moments. Who'd like to go first with their own personal favorite moments? Or I'll get someone to roll it in chat.
Roll it.
So for the uninitiated, for those
last time.
For those of the uninitiated, if you haven't been on the channel before, we take care, Spina. Have a good night's sleep. We'd like to do favorite moments at the end. It's a good back padding session, and there's an awful lot to say. I'd like Nevermore to go first, because Nevermore's copped a lot of shit this session, and I'd like to Nevermore. What was your favorite moment of your own self, of your own work?
I liked the fact that I went from being spewed on by a dragon to being suddenly on the ground surrounded by flames, and just Nevermore's primal scream as he realizes that he's burning. But also, I feel like, as much as it sucks that I've had my intelligence dropped by 4, my wisdom dropped by 1, my charisma dropped by 4, as much as that sucks, it has triggered something, really. And last session, there's something going on with the eye wound, and I took that as an opportunity to begin tapping into that. So I'm glad that I didn't shy away from being a total fucking asshole to these people that I love, which was so hard for me to do. And seeing the look of not disgust, just disappointment. The look of disappointment on Jude's face was just so hard, but it
was amazing.
I had to commit.
You guys it blows me away because you're all so deep into it. Like I see Nevermore's face. I see, like, to me, Nevermore looks like Mitch. He doesn't look like a bird person. Like, your face is the same. Jude, Trish, Helvig, it's all your face acting. You guys act it all so well. My personal favorite Nevermore moment, though, was the saying to Jude, should we go? Should we sneak up on them? Should we go with you? But I also really enjoyed, your reactions to all of these horrifying descriptions, because everybody's is different, but yours are sort of low key, and the way Nevermore would react, you're in character the whole time, and props to you for that. It's really, really well done today. Rachel, what do you think? What's Mitch's favorite bit?
I really loved the way Nevermore just took action when we went through the portal, because like Trish doesn't know shit about magic, Jude's all over the place, and you were just like, I know what I'm doing, we're going through this portal, we're gonna sort it out. It was fucking awesome.
Thank you, Phoenix Wacky. Our fantastic character art is provided by the wonderful artist Brepai. You can check out her work. She does have a webcomic and other stuff. Follow her on Twitter. Jude, AJ, tell us your favorite Mitch moment. You're muted.
Thank God all I said was, ugh. The favorite moment, Mitch, I cannot stress enough how brilliantly you did tonight. Like, your choices as Nevermore, so good. But I think the moment where you faced off the Ember Bats after having your little aside stroppy moment to like angrily cast a spell at these things, but like get it close to Helvig, but not enough to hurt him. Just priceless. Like such a good moment.
Just a friendly reminder.
Yeah.
Fuck you,
That was awesome.
too.
Such an amazing job today.
Thank you.
Love
Dan,
that.
what do you reckon?
As much as you can just keep harping on about how it takes so much guts to be an asshole and like what is already like a established like peaceful party, and then to just like go to have the courage to like ruin all of that for narrative purposes is just, man, it's a lot of guts. But for a specific moment, I like how Nevermore called Helvig out on the weird, like, we're on fire in this dimension and you're just walking with this dragon. What are you doing here?
Chat, if you have favorite moments of your own, please throw them up in chat. We'd love to see what you reckon. I totally agree. Yeah, amazing work. AJ?
I have a second one.
Oh yeah, go on then.
When you were like, Jude, don't ask me to do this often, but you still like were her parent, Jude, and cast prestidigitation.
Clean up,
Freezing and on fire, and you were still like, yeah, I'll help you.
Yeah, like all I can smell is ash right now, but yeah, in a minute that'll be irritating to me, so I will solve this now. Yeah. Oh, fantastic. All right, brilliant. Let's go to Dan. I want to know what Dan thinks of his favorite moments. Dan, what's your favorite self moment?
My favorite self moment, I think, is talking with Pia. Like, it was very quick to, I even surprised myself how quick Helvig was to just kind of be comfortable in the fire plane, because he's just talking with his familiar. He's bigger, and there's small talk about like the relationship between him and the borrowing thing, and how Pierre's actually like the top dog around here, but he still like follows Helvig.
That's what Pierre thinks of himself anyway. You don't necessarily know that's true, but yeah.
I'm not, Helvig doesn't know if that's true or anything, but at least he knew that he can like open runes. That seems really cool and something only powerful things can do. I like finally Helvig having the opportunity to just chat with his familiar. really.
We have in chat, Dracos Wizard, my favorite moment was when it looked like Jude was trying to cure Nevermore of hangriness with a cupcake offering. Yes. Helvig is becoming hardcore, definitely Umtree.
Definitely.
Yeah, AJ, what do you think? Favorite Helvig moment?
Oh, my favorite Helvig moment. Oh, no. Dan, just all the like outrageous choices that Helvig is making.
Yeah.
Just, I mean, brilliant for storytelling, but little Jude's heart. Little Jude won't be able to take it if you keep making dumb choices.
I lived through the second choice.
Yeah. It's
That was a
given him
good plan.
superpowers.
It all went to plan.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I really liked how Helvig's got a bit of spicy. He got a bit spicy, but he still you still kept him to his trying to diffuse the aggro in the situation. You still like when Nevermore comes off angry, you're like, hey, but I also got you out of there. Like, but he's like, no, I know, and I'm sorry. And yeah, you've got a very, very solid idea of who Helvig is and how he would react to any situation. And your in-character decisions make total logical sense, but are also... My favorite thing about you, Dan, is that you're not afraid to make choices that are mechanically really bad for your character, but work for the story. You did it last week by just like, I'm going to spend $400 on somebody else. And this time around, you're like, yeah, I'm gonna suck a ball of fire into my chest because I think I might be able to. Yeah, you could easily have exploded, but you didn't.
That's what I was
fantastic.
worried about.
Rach, what do you reckon?
Well, all the big stuff has already been said, so I will say something small. When you get into a weird alternate dimension and you're exploring and you meet some bugs and your first instinct is to ask, are you okay?
Yeah.
That was so sweet. Helvig is lovely.
Yeah, he is a genuinely charming being. Mitch, what do you think?
And then to follow on from that, the next thing you see is this immense mound that sprouts wings and it looks like a massive dragon. And Helvig's next instinct is to become a spiky bush. Spiky bush came back again. I loved that. But I just kudos to you for I felt it felt rough being like a dick to Helvig, but I also just kudos to you for understanding the fact that it is just totally in a role-playing sense. And that's, I appreciated that because it made it a lot easier for me to kind of role play it. So thank you for that.
Softy heart. Most of the things you all have said could be put on a t-shirt. So iconic. Yeah. There is a hashtag of something that Dan said in the very first session that trended for a while. It's on a mug.
Oh God.
There was a limited run of hoodies with it as well, but I don't know if anyone ever bought any. All right, let's talk about Jude. Jude's always fun to talk about.
Baby.
Jude, tell me your favorite self moment.
Jude's little sad pout at I peed in my pantaloons.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Mine was fairly easy for Jude today, and I love it. For what I know is going to happen in the future. It was so beautiful when she was mad at Helvig, and she called him, "You're the only brother I like." It's so great. I'm so happy. Amazing. Serum 76, Jude, Helvig, you are the only brother I like. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Omi, favorite Jude, tie between telling Nevermore she peed herself, and as I said earlier, the weekly trauma moment tied into a good plan. Yes. Other thoughts? How great is AJ?
I would like to throw into the mix the cupcake icing on the cheeks for the
yes.
for the
For some reason provide protection from fire.
Yeah, exactly. False. Yep, that's cupcake false life. And also just the fact that we get into this burning realm and we're surrounded by freaking ash and dead trees, and there's a volcano off in the distance. And Jude's first instinct is to drop into one of the footprints just to see how big the footprint is. And I just imagine her just being like snow angel.
Yeah. Ash angels.
Ash angel in the. I'm like, oh, it's such a Jude thing to do. And meanwhile, Nevermore's just like, all right, we need to do this. We do the Jude's just like,
I was so concerned. That's what I was gonna say. I was so concerned. I was like, oh no, Jude's just trying to now just be like happy because she's in fire and death realm. She's like this little thing. If you have a mini playground, I guess.
Yes.
Yes. Well, I'm talking. I'll pick a different one. Mitch.
sorry.
I think I also liked how. Do you see some development with Jude? Jude was quiet, y'all. Jude is never quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's worrying. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the favorite moment is that the concrete sign that there is a change in Jude.
Yeah, we should all be concerned. Rach?
I really liked the little crisis you had when we got back about being afraid and how heroes aren't meant to be afraid. That was like heartbreaking, but it was really beautiful. I like that moment a lot.
Yes. All excellent points. Yes. Let's talk about Rachel. Rachel was amazing today. How great was Rachel? Rachel, what was your favorite self moment?
I really liked having to hear half a conversation and react to it, being like, I don't know what the dragon's saying. I only know what Helvig is saying, and everything's on fire, and it's insane. Can we leave, please? Like, that whole interaction was a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. I really liked. I don't know if Rachel set out, like, you definitely didn't set out to be party mom. No. But and normally Trish isn't, but someone had to be in that moment. It's normally Helvig is party mom, but when Helvig is one half of the argument, Trish steps up, and that's who Trish is. Trish will always step up when it needs to happen. She won't necessarily be willingly the first person to step up, but she will always do it if there isn't anybody else. She's got your back, and she steps up and tries to diffuse the fight. And without taking anyone's side, it was really beautifully diplomatically done. It's unfortunate, that there's things involved that are well beyond your ken. But that was beautiful. Super well done.
Thanks.
I would go. I was going to say, the pretty much what you were saying with the diplomacy there in calming down, but not actually really pointing the blame or anything. That probably helped calm Nevermore in a sense that he wasn't getting yelled at and accused. Also, of course, had to be said, the erratic arm waving. The erratic arm waving was just great as well, to try and catch the attention. I could just imagine this little map hatch being like, just silently waving by this massive dragon.
I think she's saying, "Kiss me, smart ass motherfucker." Beautiful. Yeah, absolutely.
I was going to say that because it was so fun to be on the other side of that. You just be like, hey, and then being like here, then me, and then I'm like, oh no, wait, does she know she's a dragon? wait, he's a dragon. Is he gonna eat her? But like, keep calm. I love the opportunity to like, where you calling out to me was like, hey, this is a solution, but I'm like, it's up to me now, I guess. It was a lot of back and forth to be like, take my hand, but I don't know if taking your hand is a good idea right now. There's a dragon.
Yeah. AJ?
Yeah.
I think my favorite Trish moment today was the the sort of giving up and eating a sandwich moment with Jude. Just like they didn't talk. She didn't help either of the boys. She just sat next to a seething Jude and ate a sandwich. And that was all she could do. And I just actually love the poetic moment of the two girls sitting down, seething.
Boys
I'm
have
just
the
going to have some
problems.
carbs.
Yeah, just going to eat some carbs and seethe.
Yeah, the boys.
The boys are not the boys right now.
My bad.
So we have a soft at heart, or softy heart. So hooketh. Good. I'm glad. Excellent. Come back next week. Shooketh. Oh, so shooketh. I read that as so hooked because I'm dyslexic very badly. Omi, Trish being the all the hells did I just walk in on? Okay, sorry guys, we're out. Mother of Buddies, Trish. I'm gonna sit this one out and eat my sandwich. Yeah, definitely. Trish moment, yeah, the waving from Serum. Yeah, you know it's bad when Trish is being the voice of reason. We need art of Trish eating a Sammy while Jude rages. Omi, look, if you're any good with a pencil, whip it out. I want to see it. Cool. All right.
Oh, so, no, he didn't.
Thank you very much, guys, for playing.
Before we do that,
No.
Damn it.
I'd like to actually no, because I seem to keep on taking Dan. So Dan, you go first.
Wow. All right, Josh. Here we go.
I'm sorry. It's my job.
You ready?
I'm sorry.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave the probably most obvious stuff there, but I really like your hell dimension. All right, elemental plane of fire. I love the duality of it. I wanted to die in the moment, and that was great.
Thanks, man. That was really affirming. I'm glad you like my hell dimension. Thank you.
I just like you.
I worked really hard to
figure out your machinations and be like, where am I? Why is this a forest?
Yeah. The essence of good comedy is doing what they don't expect. You're in a forest. It's lovely.
I loved your like cheeky laughter anytime something was happening. We were carrying on a scene while you were working out the deck of many card, and I was just watching you with this childlike smile on your face, knowing exactly what kind of chaos you were about to throw our way. I think you react more than I react when you're like being a cheeky DM. I just laugh. You are sinister, and it's so fun to watch, but so concerning as a player.
I love it because I don't have any control over it.
Mm.
Like, I love ceding control to the audience. That's my favorite thing about Twitch, is that I can cede control to an audience and say, hey, you guys tell me exactly how I'm going to fuck them up.
Damn.
Yeah, amazing. Thank you. Yes, I enjoyed that.
I really liked the way you incorporated the wild card on the fly, because doing the thing with Nevermore's eye, in character, I was terrified. Just that description, great.
Took me a minute to figure out how it was going to work, but
I won't be stepping foot in a church anytime soon.
No, don't do it now.
My head will definitely explode.
Yeah.
Look, I'd like to say I've never listened to music or sound effects while I've been a player before. It seems to distract me. But your choice of sound effects, and I just loved it. when Helvig's in this beautiful meadow, and then all of a sudden this cottage is burning, and there's this burning like dead hedge, and the sound effect just changed instantly. And I was like, whoa, like, okay. So I'm a bit converted now because of your use of the sound effects. I definitely dig it.
We use Sirenscape on the channel. It's I use Sirenscape. It's pretty damn good. It's I find it a little unintuitive to use, but if you can get the effect out of it, it's excellent. I would recommend.
That was satisfying, but also, as much as it sucks to have my character nerfed, you want to, as a DM, sometimes pull your punches, but at the same time, you also know that you've got to do it for the story's sake and for the sake of being kind of like honest and truthful and stuff like that with the roles. And you're I guess in the sense you're lucky that your players are all people who won't be like, this is fucking bullshit. My character's ruined now.
I would not have dared use that in a murder hobo party. Yeah,
absolutely not. And I'll take it. I'll take it and I'll run with it. So kudos to you for not holding back on that as well.
Thank you.
So
I can't imagine if Jude lost 4 in intelligence.
Oh my god.
Jude would be monosyllabic. Would be almost unable.
I'd be a caveman, cave version of Jude.
Yeah.
Or a toddler.
but still with the epic fighting ability. Like loses no ability in war. Just
we definitely need the leash then. Yeah. The leash would be a necessity.
It's just you basically just become a barbarian that you unleash. My favorite self moment. I really enjoyed the conversation with Pia, between Helvig and Pia. And the creation of that. I'm very proud of my descriptions for this episode, particularly for I enjoyed the duality of it and deciding who gets to see what and what appears at any one time, and utilizing partially finding the balance between the roles that you guys are giving me and a story. But also like every role that has been made, every wisdom save that Helvig made was related to, made sense in and of, I have the rules for the way the world works, and everything he did was, I wasn't cheating a thing, which is super cool to be able to do, but I'm really proud of myself that I was able to do it. That was my pat on the back moment, I think, for me. And the conversation between Helvig and Pia, finally actually getting to have like a dialogue between them was also really nice. The intelligence of a teaspoon. Basically be a mousy tag. With smite. Guys, that was amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you, chat, for sticking around with us and hanging out. Seriously can't wait to finally try my hand at the Humblewood campaign as a DM and player. It's great. Season 2 is coming out, I think. Well, they're writing it right now. They've already had the campaign on where was it? The place where you can support them and they build things. Kickstarter, just simply could not remember it. I've backed over 40 Kickstarter campaigns. I really should know. I backed Humblewood on Kickstarter myself. I just couldn't remember it. Guys, thank you so much for watching and playing. Thank you to our sponsors, Wooten Forge, the purveyors of WA's finest handcrafted wooden tabletop accessories. Check them out at woodenforge.com and come back come back every week, but come back on final episode where we will have a giveaway of the gorgeous dice box that AJ is hand modeling for us right now. I am also going to thank the Deck of Many for the obviously fantastic work that they have done creating this world. I have embellished the shit out of it, but the core world is theirs. The character art, a lot of it is theirs. The other character art is from Brepai, who is our amazing artist. Please follow her on Twitter. Check out her other stuff. All of our art on all of our shows is done by Brepai. She is an absolutely amazing artist. She has a webcomic. Check all of that shit out. Beyond that, we have a couple of other
looks like the alerts are broken, by the way, everybody.
Yeah.
So.
I just gave him too much. Well done. Never mind. Like, it's there. Check it out. Guys, we have other shows on the channel. Roll for Damage has 3 shows on at the moment, spread neatly throughout the week. On Thursday night, we have the Academy of Xandar, hosted and run and DM'd by the amazing AJ Winters, incredibly talented person there. And on Saturday morning, Australia time, or Friday night, America Standard Middle Time. I think it's the middle of America time. I don't know what the words are. Central Time, maybe? I don't know. It's Eastern. It's Eastern Standard Time. America time. It's Friday nights. You can check out Nova 1's Scales Above Season 2. Things are getting hectic. There is a new character in because they had a maybe player death, perhaps. We're not sure exactly what happened to him. We've only seen a moldy hand. Guys, let's do our sign-offs. We'll start at the other end. AJ, tell us about yourself and where we can find you.
Hi, I am AJ Winters. I am a voice actor and creative storyteller, hence D&D. I stream here every Monday for Humblewood, and I am also the DM for the Academy of Xandar. This week is going to be hectic. We have a special guest and a lot of stuff has gone down, so check out the previous episodes on YouTube if you want to be up to date with that. Other than that, you can find me on Instagram, AJ Winters VO, where I keep you up to date with everything that I am doing, because it is a lot of stuff, but all fun and creative nonetheless. So come hang out.
Love it.
Yeah.
Dan, tell us about yourself and your real life meat space.
Hi, I am Dan. I live in the meat space dimension, and therefore you probably can't find me anywhere aside from Roll for Damage Discord. You can find it somewhere below. Come hang out, especially if you're new. And I'm a professional lurker. I just vibe and send the good feels to the universe, because we all need it. And yeah, everything's great. Thank you so much for watching, and come back next week to try and be the axe between me and Mitch.
Mitch, tell us about yourself, you big old Viking, you.
I'm not really as big of a dickhead as I was in the last half of the session. That was just me role-playing.
Yes. Yeah.
But my name is Mitch Earnshaw, and I played Nevermore tonight, who I very much love. I love the rest of these players as well, and just everything about this campaign is glorious. You can find me at Mitch_Earnshaw over on Twitter, where I just do random shit posting. I love sumo wrestling, D&D, and cute little cats and kitties. So, come join me there if you want to hang out. And I'll see you next week.
Yeah. If you enjoy Duality, go check out Mitch's Twitter feed.
Kittens,
very much two ends of the spectrum.
Yeah.
Sumo and kitties. Get sumo kitties and you've got him for a life. Rachel, tell us about yourself.
Hello, my name's Rachel Foucar. I'm a writer and an actor. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Rachel Foucar. You can also find the book that I wrote called The Rings of Mars right here on this very internet right now, and you should check it out.
Not any of that other internet. It is.
No, not the other
excellent.
internet, this one.
And it desperately needs a sequel. It also, you could probably find it on Goodreads. There's a review there. It's got 4.8 stars. It's fucking brilliant. And ladies and gentlemen, mesdames and messieurs, dames und herren, beings of indeterminate gender and persuasion, I am Josh the Pirate. I have been your humble DM and storyteller this evening. If you enjoyed my face and voice tonight, you can find me in Paparotica at Fringe World and generally infesting the art scene in Perth. Alternatively, if you like the majestic voice, but you think I could stand to tone the face down a bit, I am also part of the There Be Dragons crew. We are a 5e gunpowder D&D podcast in a fantasy setting where I play the infamous and deadly pirate Skern Felspar und his little dragon, Rush. Not a big dragon, he is very small. It's super fun. You should check it out. Episode 29 or 28 is dropping soon. Check us out where you find all of your good podcasts and some of your shit ones. So, ladies and gents, it's been an absolute genuine pleasure. We are now going to go, AJ, tell us where, because we are going to spread the love as we always do. in the form of a raid. So stick with us and we will raid somebody else. Oh, Mother of Bunnies hooked us up. There is the Debbie Dragons cast.com link in the chat. Mother of Bunnies plays Ryland Westfall in that, and she is also in the Academy of Xandar on Thursday night. So if you want to see her lovely face, it's currently cooking me dinner, I think. Please go and check out the Academy of Xandar on Thursday. So yeah, AJ, who are we raiding?
We are going to be raiding the Fourth Culture. It is a D&D stream over in Singapore. Passing the love on internationally. Whoop, whoop. But also thank you to everyone in chat who is putting up all the information links now that our links are somehow not working. Thank you to
that is great.
People that are linking everything. That is just goes to show you the community that we love and adore here with Roll for Damage. So thank you so much. Let's go and raid these beautiful people in Singapore.
Do it. Take us over there and say goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.